Hello, and welcome to Natural Havoc. We are a group of Twitch streamers that play Dungeons & Dragons on stream. We play the 5th edition system. However, we have a load of homebrew rules thrown in. Most of us are veterans of D&D. We all know what we're doing, don't we, guys? Every single one of you. Yep, nods all around. Slight of a shake head there, I see, Zeb. Monty. But yes, we are veterans, I say, but we still make plenty of mistakes. So please do be patient, and if we do make a mistake, just let us know. I'm sure we'll figure it out. It's all good. Let us go around the room. It helps if I can see where everyone is. Let me just jump onto the stream. That's better. Let's go around the room and introduce our people, because there are 2 people that are here this week that weren't last week, and then I called someone a tech wizard last week, and now they are no longer the tech wizard. So the old tech wizard, Tim, take it away. Who are you playing today?
Does that mean I do have a tech apprentice now?
Yes, you certainly do.
Nice. Hi guys, welcome. Welcome back from me. I'm Tim. Happy to be back after a while. I'll be playing Arcturus the Warlock for Dalkin, and I'm very excited for what's happening today. So yeah, let's see.
Awesome. And below Arcturus, we have the apprentice tech wizard, who is YouTube itself.
Do you want to watch a good YouTube channel? Have you missed sessions in the past and you just don't know what's going on this current time? Well, lucky you! There is a YouTube channel for you! The Natural Havoc YouTube has been so nice to sponsor us on multiple streams, and today they are not going anywhere and still sponsoring us to this day. People, you can go watch myself and these other lovely folks continue our journeys over on the YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go follow the YouTube, or go subscribe. It's free to do so. You can see all the previous sessions, and it's just so good, so fun over there. Thank you, YouTube, for sponsoring today's stream and making us who we are. Without you, I wouldn't be where I am right now, in this lovely place with these lovely friends, playing the game I love and enjoy so much. Thank you, YouTube. And also go follow the Twitter. I play Andros. Goodbye.
And if any green screening companies would love to donate a green screen to the Eagle Outlaw, that would be fantastic. Thank you very much. And below the Eagle Zero Outlaw, we have Smitty Jane. Take it away.
Hello, I'm Smitty. I play May, the half-elf druid barbarian. God, I shouldn't multi-class, because then it just becomes longer and longer. Imagine I had, I was also what's another long one? I don't know, doesn't matter. But I'm very excited to play today. I'm happy that our people are back together and the full crew is here. And Sox is out of the ring, which is also nice because I missed him.
You could be a paladin? Paladin?
Paladin.
That's a barbarian.
Artificer.
Artificer?
You say it like that?
Yeah, I say it like that, I'm sorry. Anyway, to the other side of the screen, we have Zeb. Zeb, take it away.
I'm Zeb. I today play Erhard. Who knows who I'll be playing after he passes. But yeah, he's a wild magic sorcerer, and yeah, let's see what we do today.
Awesome, and above Zeb, we have Lan. Lan, take it away.
Hello, my name is Lan. Good to be back. Ooh, my camera. Ooh, hello. I'll be playing Shion, the resident diva warlock, who is kind of scared she's gonna get wet this session. She just doesn't like that much, you know.
And finally, I am Onion. I am the DM. I play the grass, the rocks, the hills. I play doorways. I play every NPC. I play all the cats, the dogs, the birds, whatever these guys try and talk to. They try and talk to the sun. I respond as said sun. So yeah, that's me. I'm the DM. I'm like the narrator, referee / storyteller. But yeah, let us, without further ado, let's jump into the recap of last week. So, our session began with the party uncovering the truth of what had happened on Galoin's nighttime walk. Galoin was unfortunately attacked by some ruffians in the streets of Ithaldor, but with the aid of a Ring of the Rat, which was given to him previously, he was able to summon a swarm of rats to protect himself on his nighttime walk. In doing so, he got a little roughed up, and one of the rats that tried to help him also got very injured. He returned back to his room, and the party, in the morning, had uncovered the truth of what had happened. Maeve had healed both Jasper the Rat and Galoin himself from their slight injuries. While this was going on, Andros decided to begin packing his things. However, he encountered yet another new ghostly family friend by the name of Yazir, a younger and very excitable Loxodon cousin of his. He was a little confused as to how he had been transported beside Andros, and a little bit naive, he started to begin making excuses for his sudden appearance that blamed it on magic that his father must have mustered up to protect him from the Shardborn that was hunting them. But Andros knew poor Yazir's fate, and he tried telling him that unfortunately, he had passed away. But Yazir wasn't having any of it, and tried to come up with more new exciting, arcanic-like discoveries as to why he was here beside him. After this, the party had a very not quiet word about magic in a tavern, in a town with full of people that don't like magic, and during which they decided to head towards the King's Court. In doing so, they were introduced with a few of the guardsmen, including Holliver, one of the King's Guard's captains. He introduced them and led them into the King's Court, and they were led down a corridor to a large set of wooden doors with various carvings of the King's crest upon it. After walking down a very luxurious carpet to a slightly raised platform, before them sat 9 individuals, all of which were members of the royal family or counselors to the king himself. But in the middle, they finally met King Julius Ackleton, an 80-plus-year-old human man, looking very regal in his attire, with a crown of gold and jewels sat upon his head. He looked rather pale and very tired, but he addressed the group and then allowed the others around him to speak to the party. Besides him were various members of the King's Court, including his 3 grandchildren, the masters of coin, knowledge, military, ships, and trade. The court agreed to take upon the treaties, but informed the party that if Arantis would like the full support of Craddock, they would need aid with their rather troublesome sea serpent sat within their bay. Many ships had been sunk, and crew had been killed due to this beast, but a lot of people still wanted revenge. The party agreed to help, but requested the aid of the Knights of Laroon, which the party had encountered a previous day ago. The court informed them that they could spare 2 or 3 knights with their rock companions, and they also informed them that they could spare them a ship to get them out into the bay to fight the creature. However, the courts did say that finding a crew would be rather difficult, as many sailors now fear the waters they once called home. After a while, the party decided to settle down to the docks, where they stumbled into the Sea Shanty Tavern. While doing so, they heard a few rumours and discussions from the sailors within, and after a while, they decided to buy a round of drinks for the entire tavern to spur them on and get them into a more accepting and listening mood. Andros decided to take centre stage as he addressed the sailors within the tavern, while Erhard played inspiring music to assist, and Maeve and Galoin spurred on the sailors from within the crowd. The party managed to inspire 23 sailors to sign up and help fight against the beast. The tavern took notes of all those willing to sail and told them to come back in the morning to find out more details of when they would leave the dock. The party left the tavern, and as they head outside to take in the sea breeze, they see that the sun is slowly beginning to set in the distance, as it's around about 4-5 p.m. at this time, and it's slowly starting to drop down over the sea's horizon. And as you all stand there, everyone roll me a perception check, please. As you all step out into this lovely dock.
10.
Waiting on one more.
Sorry.
That's
Does that
okay,
count as a
Arcturus.
failure?
You, in what regard, Zeb? In what
11.
regard?
Well, my magical guidance, I can spend 1 sorcery point to
Do you
roll
want to
the
spend a
D20.
sorcery
What do you want to do?
Do you want to spend this? I'll allow you if you wish to.
Well, it's evening anyway, sure.
Okay, roll again.
Just a D20 again, or just the perception doesn't matter, does it?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, either.
16.
Okay, so as you were all stood outside, looking around, trying to see what's going on around you, Shion, Maeve, and Arcturus, the three of you are a little distracted. A few of the sailors follow you out and they're cheersing with the tankards that they've just recently acquired and probably stolen from the tavern itself as they walk off into the night of the city. However, Erhard and Ondros, the pair of you see what looks to be a very young armored individual. He wears similar armor to that of the Kingsguard, but clearly parts of it aren't as well polished and aren't as well embellished like the Kingsguard were. And you see this, he's probably like 16, 17 years old, and you see this this young lad, human lad, waving over to you, and he's just waving in your direction. You see him come a little closer, but there are like crowds of people walking through, and like he has to stop as these two Goliaths are carrying like a lump of like wood, like a big like stack of wood, and as they walk past, he like stops, and he's like waving, he goes to go under, but then he stops, and then he waits, and he runs round the side. But you can see him beelining towards your location. Both of you see this.
I tap Arcturus and just kind of point out the young human male, and just kind of let everyone know, hey, we have someone
Who's that over
waving
there?
us.
Yeah, who is that?
Yeah,
have
and
you
as-
seen him before?
Yeah, as you call out and you all begin to look in this direction, you see like a 16-year-old like teenager running towards you in this like slightly too big armor for him, and as he runs on up, you can clearly see he's out of breath, and he takes a second, he looks up at you and he's like, "Hi, the name's Oscar.
Oscar.
Hi, yeah, you you Iron Vortex?
Yes, we are indeed.
Oh, great. Yeah, they said Loxodon, Big Blue, a few other people. Yeah. Whew.
Great.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello? You need something?
Hi.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, sorry. God, it's such a long way. My brother asked me to come and get you all.
Your
Who's
brother.
your brother?
Oliver, he's one of the Kingsguard, the captain of the
Oliver.
Kingsguard.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
we know him. Yes.
Oliver's requested that you come by the docks to see the vessel that you'll be traveling upon.
Okay. Yeah, lead us there.
Yeah, sure. It's kind of like the other side of. Just follow me.
We'll follow you.
And he's like, as he starts walking, he's like, so and he comes up to you, Ondros, at first because you approached and spoke to him more, and he's like, hey, what sort of things have you killed?
What sort of things have we killed?
Yeah,
You mean us as a group or just me?
both.
Both? Let's see.
Yeah.
We've killed some drakes.
Drakes.
And we've killed some hags. They've killed some fire elementals.
Giant
Whoa.
spiders.
Yeah, giants. Yeah. We've also killed. Let's see. There's a lot of things we can. We've killed a griffin before.
You killed griffins?
Wild
like
ones.
griffins here, Ondros.
Yeah, no, but the ones they were trying to kill us. They were trying to kill us. We were on
Oh,
the road.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they weren't here.
Yeah.
It was far away. Yeah. Let's see. I've killed some crazy bird things in the sky.
A crazy bird thing.
And I don't know what they were. I was traveling by sea. I don't know what they were. We killed a lot
Wow.
of things.
We
We've
just killed one the other
Killed
day.
a rock, like a huge
Yeah,
one.
rock.
Oh, you killed
Yeah.
the big rocks?
we killed the
Oh,
rock.
I've heard about them. I've
Yeah.
seen one. actually like flying in the. They're so big.
Yeah, yeah. Cool.
We might also be responsible for the giant's death, but it's a bit.
Wait, a giant?
Well, we guided
That's
the
so
giant
cool.
into a
we've
specific
also
location.
we've also killed some trolls in the mines. A crap ton of them.
Trolls?
Like little crazy creatures that are trying to fight us. Let's see. We've also
Gnolls?
fought a devil.
You fought a devil?
Yeah. We came out alive. I just shoot a
Boy,
wink
you
at. I shoot a
guys-
wink at
You
Arcturus.
guys are the real deal. This
Yeah.
sea serpent's
Yeah.
gonna be no match for you guys. Wow.
Not much indeed. Not at all. You know. Sea serpent. Never heard of it.
That's crazy. Oh, well, you guys must be really strong. I hope to be as strong as you guys one day.
Oh, it's listen. It's not all about being strong. It's about having a good group of friends that you can rely and depend on. I mean, that's look, think about it. We're not just one of us is not just the Iron Vortex. We're all the Iron Vortex.
But
Yeah.
just a question. Why do you ask?
Oh, well, you see, Oliver always talks about stories of the adventures he went on before he became the Kingsguard. And, because, well, my dad was a knight, and I kind of want to follow in his footsteps and, like, slay evil monsters and stuff. And, yeah, so I'm wearing this armor now so that when I'm older, I'm used to wearing it.
Yeah, you look really
Yeah,
young
you-
to be a.
Are you training?
Yeah, of course, all the time.
Oh,
Look,
so
here's
you're
my
good with a
sword.
sword.
And he pulls his sword out, and it's just like a wooden training sword.
That's how you
Oh,
started, right, Andros?
Impressive.
No, I did not start with a wooden training sword. I'll pull out my rapier and I'll just like let him hold on to it, and I'll even say like I say in Loxton the word charge just to spark it up so he can hold on to
So-
it as it sparks.
So he holds on to it, and then you say the command word?
Yeah, and when he holds on the handle.
Yeah, so he's holding onto the handle, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, this electricity starts to spark around the blade, and people in the immediate vicinity all like gasp and look at the creation of magic before them, and like there are people just like, did he just cast a spell? I think he cast a spell. And the kid kind of like throws the sword onto the floor, and he like looks at you and then looks at the sword. What? You know, people don't like magic here, right?
Well, if they have a problem with magic, then they can find someone else to take care of the serpent.
Well, okay. Yeah, just follow me. And like
Yeah.
he kind of like his head goes down a little bit, and he starts to walk like ahead of you as opposed to with you at this point. And you could just see people like standing on the sidelines, just kind of like looking towards you all. And I assume you reclaim your rapier, sheath
I'll
sheath
keep
the
it,
blade,
yeah.
and yeah, you begin carrying on. After about 10 minutes of walking through the docks, and you immediately move on from this one area of crowded people that were discussing the magic before them. You begin to see that people start to pay you no mind as you start to walk through the streets once more. And eventually, you come up to this dock, and you see before you a very large brigand ship, and it's about 120 foot from one end to the other. It's I believe it's a 3-mast ship. Let me just double check that real quick. Yes, it's a 3-mast ship with the larger mast towards the center and then 2 smaller masts on it as well. And you can see that this ship is quite bulky and quite large. And as you get there, you do start to see people are loading boxes and cargo onto the ship. Yeah, as you get there is no sign of Oliver whatsoever. But Oscar, he turns to you all and he says, my brother doesn't appear to be here, but would you like to take a look? We can go on.
You don't know where he is?
Oh, I'm sure he'll be here soon. I'm sure.
He told you to get us
Okay.
now, or
Yes, he's coming here. He said he had to go and get someone, and then he's going to meet us there. I thought he'd already be here because I took a little while to find you, but maybe he took some time to find the other person.
oh,
Okay. My eyes would be massive because I think this is the first time I'm seeing a real boat from very close.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
It's large. It's a large ship.
How do these not sink?
What's it's a boat?
It's so big.
Wood.
Wood.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen like a tree float in a river yet?
Yeah, it's a tree. This is so comparable
It's
to a
many
tree.
trees.
It's just a lot of trees together, darling.
I don't know.
You
But
can-
trees, if trees are in the water for too long, they still sink. They fill up.
Yes, exactly they do. Which is why we need to kill the serpent quickly before we end up as fish food.
Kind of,
You guys
Poke.
won't end up as fish food.
I kind of poke all Oscar and
Serpent
like
food.
whisper to him. She's from the forest. She's not from around here. She doesn't
Oh.
know about these things. Yeah.
So Forest Lady, what they do is they cut trees down and they turn them
Oh.
into planks. And with planks, they make a boat. So think of this as a big tree.
So, would it not still sink eventually?
That was a really good pun. Would it not still sink? I like that. I'm going to use that one next time. Right, I'm going on the boat. You coming? And he just like runs up the gangplank onto the ship.
I'm gonna wait off the boat. Cause I've been on boats already. I don't need to be on there.
I will
I'll go.
follow.
And as you guys go on, yeah, you see that this boat is, it's pretty impressive. The masts are currently, hoisted up, so they're as tight as possible at the tops, so that you can't see any patterns or anything on the sails themselves. But what you do notice is, aboard this ship, there are actually 2 anchors. There is a large anchor tied to the middle of the ship, and there is one to the front of the ship. You also notice that at the back of the ship, there are 2 smaller mounted ballista on each corner of the back of the boat, which are almost the size of a regular like crossbow, but slightly bigger and built to mount onto it. You can see that it has like a swivel motion on it as well, but it's not exactly like completely portable. It's kind of stuck where it is. And then all on the ship as well, you see various ropes coming down from the masts, and you can see a ladder that goes all the way up to the biggest masts, and there's like a crow's nest up there as well. But just on the base of the main deck, there are about 3 or 4 people that just appear to be loading a few supplies. You can see it's like crates of wood. You can see there are like nails, hammers, that sort of thing. In the event of holes, that they're basically bringing on supplies to patch the boat up. And like they don't really pay you no mind. They kind of like look at you, nod as you walk past. But they're just getting on with their jobs. Is there anything anyone wants to do while aboard the ship? Or are you all just happy to wait for Oliver?
I think I will just have Olaf roam free, kind of just run around the ship, maybe explore some, but no particular like objective, like just
So just sending him free to say, look,
nooks and crannies.
go and explore. Tell me what you find.
Kind of,
Sure,
yeah.
yeah, not a problem.
Same with
Anyone else?
Kata.
Yeah.
Kata's flying around the ship, going to the crow's nest and back.
Awesome. Shion, Andros, Maeve, any of you want to do anything while just waiting, or are you just happy to wait?
Well, Andros is not on the ship.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm off on the.
He's
side.
like right next to the gangplank on the
Yeah.
dock.
I'm
Yeah.
just kind of watching, looking around, waiting for Oliver to show up.
We'll
I'm
just wave
like,
down.
closely inspecting the wood, and I'm like, how? I'm like my fingers going across the plank. I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
I think it's layered, so it's protected against water. Kind of like they put oil on it or something, like wax.
Oil? Wax?
Oil, wax, something like that. Like
It makes it float.
well, it protects against water damaging the wood too much or something.
So we should cover ourselves in oil, is what you're saying.
No.
Why not? We'd be
Well, you
protected
know,
against the water.
it might be a little bit slippery if the teeth of the sea serpent
Guys, you don't get
wrap
us.
themselves around you. So you know what, it might actually help. But other
Yeah.
than that,
You're so smart, Erhan.
Please don't cover yourself in oil.
Do you want me to go find some oil?
No,
Sure.
we're fine.
Okay.
Do you have barrels of pitch or tar or something?
No, not on me. I don't know where would I keep it? And he like
Well,
looks
I
around.
mean, on a ship like this, that's what I meant.
Oh,
So,
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't
Too
know.
bad.
I just come
Maybe
here to
we'll
tell
find
you.
out.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. And like he just runs off, and like he just starts like checking in boxes. Like there's clearly boxes on here for some reason, and he's just ran over and just starts like looking in them. Doesn't seem interested. Closes the box, runs off again. And while this is all going on, Andros, you start to see Oliver over in the distance. There's a slight crowd of people like coming through, and you just see Oliver walking by himself. Appears to be himself, and as Oliver's walking through the crowd, eventually he breaks through through that crowd onto the dock itself. But you see that there is a smaller gentleman beside him. And as the pair of them start to breach and start to come a little bit closer, Tim, if we could have Resray join us on screen, please. Hello, Resray, could you please give us a description of what your character looks like as you and Oliver are walking towards the ship? You are muted. No worries.
The first thing you notice is this grimace on his face. He doesn't appear to be in the best of forms, but the other thing you notice is that he is green. And not because he's ill, but because he's a goblin. He has a breastplate covering, as well as kind of like a skirt of some kind of some kind of animal pelt around his waist. He has this huge battle axe that he's kind of using as a walking stick at the moment, to kind of keep himself somewhat upright. And he's got a giant bushy moustache that kind of comes down the side of his face. It's a mixture of kind of black and grey hair.
Awesome. And yeah, as you see this goblin walking alongside Oliver, wearing his armor and this huge axe, they both approach you, and Oliver calls out to you, Andros, and he's like, "Ho there!
Hello.
I see that my brother found you. Thank God. I was a little worried he might get lost in the city and the docks.
No.
This is Grint. Grint has been working alongside many of the people in Ithaldor, and has worked up a bit of a reputation for taking on some of the harder and more challenging jobs and tasks. By all means, Grint, introduce yourself."
You're muted again.
Muted, Rez. It's all good. It's all good.
I'm Grint.
Good to meet you. I'm Andros, a member of, you probably know who we are, the Iron Vortex. Good to meet you.
Yes, Grint. This
Grint,
this here is the Iron Vortex. These are the ones that'll be tackling the sea serpent alongside yourself.
Oh, good. Wait, sea serpent. Yes, I remember vaguely.
Yes.
Is there any more beer on board the ship?
Well, actually, it's funny that you say that. I do believe there are a few kegs beneath, in case there is a victory to be had upon the waters. You can all celebrate
victory.
on the way back.
And Grint just makes his way straight
I'll
on
reach
board.
into my bag and pull out my last remaining bottle and just kind of hold it out to Grint. You want it?
Oh, I like you.
Always gotta have one on me.
Grint just pulls open. Is it corked or something? I'm imagining.
It's corked. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. He doesn't care what's in it, and just knocks it back, downs it flat, drops the bottle on the floor.
And just to double check, Eagle, what was that? What was that drunk?
think it was wine. I think
It was a bottle of wine.
It was a
Okay,
hard
there
wine,
we
too.
go.
'Cause I remember buying hard
So
liquor.
I imagine it takes a few seconds as he like gulps, 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 and then you think he's finished, and then there's like another gulp. Like he has one time, and then yeah.
Okay.
Then I like to think that Grint like pulls it away and he like looks in it just to make sure, and then yeah, he's like, "Cheers."
Ah, so much better.
But
I feel great now.
Hey, what? That was. You know, it doesn't matter. Yep, doesn't matter.
It's a veteran in more ways than one, it seems.
So you're helping us with the sea serpent?
Aye. Well, you're helping me with the sea serpent.
Helping you with the sea serpent.
Yes.
How? No, that doesn't make any sense. You're joining us. You're helping our group with the sea serpent. Right. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
Are you sure these guys are up to the task? As I look over towards Oliver.
Well, from their reputation, yes, they are wardens of Arkenvale, so they appear to be rather prolific in fighting monsters and such. They also assisted the Larunian Knights in tackling the rock that had escaped from the Zotician Mountains. So they are used to combat. I won't keep you too long. I'll let you get better acquainted. But just so you know, Grint, the deal is still 5,000 gold upon completion.
What? Fantastic.
Yes, well, I'll be taking my brother. Have you seen him on
He's on the ship. He's running around.
Brilliant. Oscar! And then you hear, like, the pitter-pattering of footsteps, and then, like, this, like, metal hitting wood as he, like, hits into the side of the ship, and he, like, looks over, and he's like, coming, brother! And then you just see Oscar run off the gangplank and run down, and he says, well, by all means, if you need me, you know where to find me. And remember, all of you have lodgings within the King's Court this evening, so by all means, stop by, including you, Grint.
Oscar, how is your form?
Well, I've been trying. Yeah, I've been using some of the things that you've taught me, Master Grint, and I'll be trying to, you know, use them to my best abilities.
Good.
Your teachings are definitely different from my usual tutors, but I appreciate them all the same.
Fantastic. And I scruffle his hair. Even though he's probably
he's like 5 foot something, and you just kind of like reach up, scruffle his hair, and he's just like, yeah, thanks.
You've been around the city.
This small fry teaches how to fight?
I
And
could
at that-
literally skin you alive.
Yeah,
Looks can be
whoa,
deceiving.
whoa.
Darling,
Oliver-
looks can be deceiving. You should know that by
Oliver,
now.
Oliver smiles as you guys have this small little like bickering conversation, and he just nods to Grint, and then he turns around with his brother, and then he starts walking down the dock.
You'll not skin me alive, first of all. Second of all,
Can we separate those two?
that doesn't matter. You're joining us to fight the serpent. Good to meet you. They called you master? What is that about?
How much are they paying you?
More.
Obviously, I mean,
Not
we're
enough,
getting a lot.
darling. Not nearly
Yeah.
enough.
And I just walk on the ship.
Yeah,
Oh.
At
and
this point,
yeah,
you would
go ahead.
spot a very confused girl just tracing the wood around the ship. And I'd turn around to you and be like, oh, hi! Who are you?
Hello, darling. My name is Grint. What's your name?
Maeve. Did you know
Maeve.
these things? Like, they just go out on the water, but they don't sink?
I like you. You're interesting.
Nice. So, well, I mean, thank you. Why are you here?
Oh, I mean, sorry. And I look at Andros and I just go, give him a wink. I'm going to help you kill the sea serpent.
Oh. Okay. Wait, do you know stuff about sea serpents?
I've done a little bit of research on this one, yes. Haven't you
This
guys?
one? Didn't even know it was a thing until, like, a week ago.
I didn't know it was a thing until about 2 days ago. Well,
What have you found
going
out?
to fight it.
But hi, by the way.
Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm better now. I've had booze. My name is Grint. I am a local instructor, guide, friend of the city. I am a goblin. I am short in stature, large in personality, blah 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 blah. And I'm here to make money. So, this sea serpent, what have you all found out about it so far?
It's
It's
attacking ships.
sinking. It's sinking ships.
Oh wow.
It's
Okay.
big, dangerous, and angry.
One of the sailors that walks past just looks at you all as he hears part of this, and you just see him like very like slowly just shake his head as he just keeps walking off carrying in a box.
Doesn't matter as long as we kill it.
I point to to well everyone individually, and I go, names please to make my life easier.
Hi, I'm Erhard. Personally, I would love to find out more about the sub.
Nice meeting you, Grins. It's Arcturus.
Ah, the quiet one. Nice to meet you. I like the quiet ones, especially in the morning.
I understand.
Shion of House Loraniel of Chartusa.
Rich. I really like you.
Mm-hmm.
And Maeve and Ondros.
And socks. And you see a little mushroom standing
And you
on the
see,
shoulder.
yeah, like a 6-inch tall, tiny little mushroom man with like a blue capped head just sat on Maeve's shoulder.
I go up to Socks and I go, hello, little friend. How are you? Are you good? Ah, I bet you work really hard. You're the real hard worker here, aren't you?
And you swear you see a subtle nod come from Socks.
I also point towards Galoin. This is our other final member, Galoin.
Yeah, hello. I'm the wagon driver.
Also
And
King
you-
of the Rats.
You work very hard.
Oh, I try to. Got to keep the horses nice and fed and groomed and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Fantastic. So, am I to understand that the Great Iron Vortex plan to fight a sea serpent capable of destroying ships? A sea serpent who appears to be somewhat agitated with no foreplanning.
Listen, our forte is to go in, plan later, and we've proven to be very capable, and I think you'll be very surprised by some of our capabilities in this group.
Most of these are more like, quick action, less thinking, and
Yeah.
It wasn't my idea, I promise.
So what you're telling me is you're lucky.
No, we're not lucky. I mean, some of us might be lucky. I like to say mine is more skill than lucky.
Erhard, you're the sensible one. So far,
Sometimes.
because you're the one who keeps asking me about the sea serpent.
yeah, I would love to know more about it.
You could have asked any of the sailors on this ship. They'll all have heard the tales. It's been a harrowing
kind of-
experience for the city.
We've heard
We've
the
kind of
tales.
asked around, but there was not much detail to be had, except for a lot of fear and shitting your pants.
Well, I was told over the past days, I was told over the past couple of days that I'd be doing this, and by told I mean I apparently agreed to it, but who remembers the evenings? On the night 2 days past, I was in a tavern talking to a group of sailors. They were fortunate survivors of a recently attacked ship. They were lucky enough to escape on a rowboat. And they say that this beast is as long as 2 of these ships. Could be... How long's this ship? Captain!
We don't have our captain's not here yet.
Yeah, you shout captain, and there's just like this awkward silence that follows.
Looking at the length of the ship, around 40 meters.
It's probably this big and bigger.
Listen,
Huge.
our captain's not here yet. Captain Anchor is what we call him. He will be here later today, and he will actually be the one captaining the ship. Because none of us are sailors. I mean, at least I don't think any of us are. I mean, the closest person who's ever been sailing is me, and I've only sailed from another continent to here, and that's not really much of a time on the sea. So, yeah.
You look like a ship sinker.
A ship sinker? Is that supposed to, what's that supposed to mean?
It means you're very large.
You think that's good or bad?
I think, for my size, I tend to be, I'm on the smaller scale of my kind. And even, there's minotaurs out there, Goliaths. I mean, they're pretty big.
Andros, darling, we've seen you create a tidal wave in a spa pool.
It wasn't that bad.
To answer
Poor
your question,
Galoy nearly drowned.
And,
to
I,
answer your
life.
question,
Can confirm.
and I've seen stuff.
Prince,
However,
I have a question. Sorry, I had.
yeah, no, fire away. Mine was rather, well, the usual. Never mind, go on.
How do you feel about magic?
I look how many people are around.
There's like 3 or 4 sailors, but they're kind of like, none of them are like listening. They're just doing their jobs and like walking on and off the boat carrying stuff. So there would definitely be a time like whenever you would like it to be where they're too far away for you to say, like if you wanted to say something a little discreetly.
Andros, come here.
I go over and I get on a knee, so I'm like, I height with him. And I just kind of, yeah?
So can you tell me about your most recent exploits in great detail?
What exploits we talking about?
Just any exploits you've had. You seem to be very proud of yourself.
Proud of? No. I'm not very proud of myself. Okay.
Tell them about the bar fight.
No, not the bar fight. We fought some.
As Andros is
Rocks.
talking, I take the axe off and I tap it onto his shoulder and I say, Gilfa.
And as he does this, I need to just double check, because I think he has to make a save.
What?
Let me have a quick look.
He's trying to put me down.
Where is it? Oh, I know where it is. Let
Only
me just
making
check
you
my
tell the
notes. I believe you have to make a save. Is this the one?
Oh, freaking heck!
Oh, it's on the actual thing, isn't it? Yes. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please. Okay, Andros. You try to speak, and your mouth is moving, but no sound is coming out.
That is
Oh, that's so
amazing.
handy.
Can you teach
Darling,
us?
teach us this. I've been trying to do this, but all I did was try and hurt him. Accidentally hurt him.
Accidentally. Mm-hmm.
Can you put that in bottles? or
Okay, I
something?
was angry. Of course I was angry, but all I wanted was to do just this.
I just put a middle finger up at Shion.
Right back at you, bro.
Don't
They
worry,
love
my
each other.
friend. You'll be able to speak again soon.
I walk off the
This-
boat. I go stand off to the side.
This
Let's
is
go.
Gilfa.
So
She's,
so what is your your capabilities then. Like, you're carrying an axe, but you also, do that.
I don't cast the magic. It's Gilfer who casts the magic. I am a student of the martial arts.
I see.
Gilfer?
Gilfer.
Gilfer.
Who's that?
It's a she.
It's the name of my axe.
Nice to meet you, Gilfer.
Yeah.
You know some very nice tricks.
Gilfer doesn't talk. Gilfer's an axe.
Looks like it.
Mm. No sentience
really cool.
whatsoever. Just magic. Gotcha.
I like Gilfer a lot.
Seems very useful.
We like Guilford
So-
too.
Yeah. Gilfer can do that more often.
Does he have limits?
She can only do it
Sorry.
once every now and then. She needs a little bit of a break between her powers, but it usually can last anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes. So it's a useful ability to have when facing off against actual spellcasters.
Let's play for 10 minutes this time.
So you don't like spellcasters?
Spellcasters are fine, apart from when they're trying to throw a fireball in your face.
That's cool. Yeah.
But
We-
don't let me say that in front of too many people. They don't like magic around here.
I chuckle.
Yes.
Were you born here?
No,
Where are
Where
you
from?
I was born to the north.
The north.
Aye.
The
Up
north is a
in,
very big place.
The north is a very big place. I was born in Salshell, an area known as the Brooks, if you know it.
Dashu? Is that an Elanasta?
You would know it to be in Elanasta, yeah. It's actually the
Great.
capital city.
Yeah, Grant, you mind if I ask you how old you are?
I am. I am 25.
Why are we all
Ooh.
25? Anyway.
Well, wait. I'm sorry. This is maybe personal. I don't know. How long were you in Elanasta for?
I was there all my childhood, and then I left the moment I could.
Right. Okay. I won't bother you with too many questions. I don't meet people from around there often, and I get excited.
It was, it wasn't the easiest upbringing. It's not like our kind, the leading race anywhere.
They weren't nice to you?
No, they weren't nice to me.
Well, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I mean,
Back to the matter at hand. You were talking about the serpent, right?
Aye, sea serpents. This specific one, I'll get to the point. It appears to be some kind of ice serpent, but I don't know how much experience you have with these kind of creatures. I have some, but there are some things that don't seem to add up.
Like what? Like I know quite a bit with, like special creatures.
Well, the creature looked maddened, according to the sailors. It didn't look quite in its right mind.
Like
And-
an exterior force.
Maybe even an interior force. The,
so
I can't get this out of my head, And I look around to see if there were any other sailors nearby. Again, I wait for when they're not too close.
Yeah, I would say it's been a little while at this point, and you can see that a few of them are walking off the ship together, and it appears they have unloaded all the cargo necessary, and they are walking down the gangplank. And at this point as well, Andros, you feel your voice return to you.
There was one of the younger lads. He grabbed me as I left the tavern that night. And he said the others didn't believe him. We stepped aside and he explained to me that during the battle he fell into the water. And he was swimming back to the ship as the creature rose out of the water in a fit of rage. There were these blackened veins and cracks across the creature's scales. He even heard a pained cry as though the serpent was calling out for help of some kind. He might have been mistaken, but it seems odd for something like this to suddenly enter the bay and for there not to be more than just coincidence.
Well, to remain. Like, I've heard about the serpent remotely, like, weeks and weeks past. Like, it's been here for a long time.
It has. And it doesn't appear to be staying here for food alone. If it were, it would be eating what it's killing.
It doesn't.
You guys remember the Ironwoods and how it was corrupted, and everywhere where we got nearer the hags, the woods were blackened?
You saying this?
Now that you mention it.
You saying this serpent is corrupted in a similar way?
Maybe. I don't know if it's magic or maybe it ate something bad, or if that's even the case, but it's what that sounds like it could be.
Definitely sounds like there's a source, some kind of disease.
No, I don't want to kill it.
I doubt there's hags on the sea, though.
There was one wet lady, remember? And I think one of us got the ring for it.
So
It's
shall we
the-
kill the wet lady
ring.
and get it over with?
No, we killed
No,
her.
at the hags.
One of the hags was a wet one.
Yeah, she was a sea hag or something. It's the one
So
that
big.
kept the slime and stuff, right?
So find the slimy lady, kill her, and everything will be back to normal.
I doubt
Right,
that would be
I mean-
working. Maeve, darling,
Mm-hmm.
do you see anything? Well, when we were with the hags, you saw those little creatures. You deemed them as protectors of the forest.
Yes, we set them free, remember?
We did. But
Maybe
have you
that's-
seen anything like that around here, or?
I don't know if any of those exist in the sea, but maybe they do if they exist in the forest. Maybe that's the key?
Well, it seemed they were part of the balance, wasn't it?
Yeah, they restored the balance, and so as soon as we set them free, the forest restored itself to its normal state.
I mean,
I mean, I could jump in the water and find out if you. Do you want me to? I can jump into the ocean. I can go swimming.
Can you
That
swim?
sounds dangerous.
I can.
But-
I can try. I can. You know.
Have you
guys
swum
haven't
before?
seen this yet.
But
I'm just
you-
gonna start running towards the end of the boat.
Yep.
Just before you do anything rash,
I'm running.
Maeve.
She's still
I'm
running
running.
as you're saying that.
Wait!
Well, since she's maybe we can track it somewhere. Like,
Yeah. And you guys see Maeve just dive into the water. But if you choose to run after
I
her-
run after you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Going to the edge of the boat.
Maeve's gone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get myself wet.
Maeve is gone.
I'm just leaning over the edge. Like,
I just kind of turn to Galoin and just say, well, this is it's where the craziness begins. I might head back and go check out our rooms in the castle, get some early sleep. If you want to join Galoin, we can get some early sleep.
For once, I agree with you, Andros.
You guys can sit here and do all this craziness y'all want, but we have a big thing coming up, and I'm not gonna sit here out here till like midnight trying to track some serpent when we have to be up probably a little early just to get everything prepared.
I do have one question before we go. You want me to stay in the King's Court, right?
Yes, you'll stay in the castle.
You don't want me to help?
Not on the boat. Not on the boat, Galoin.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
will be
that's fine.
very, very dangerous and confined on the ship, I think.
I would ask Maeve if, if she wanted me to look after Socks, but her and Socks just jumped off the boat.
Oh,
So,
Well, let's hope she remembered and grabbed Socks before she just
ask
went
her.
diving in, because now Socks might be gone in the sea.
Just ask her when she comes back. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure
She
she'll
just
let-
jumped off the boat with Socks on her shoulder.
yeah, but she's got that ring. She can just make him go in it, right?
Did she do that before she just landed in the water?
Well, I don't know. I'm not Maeve.
Oh, right. Okay. This is great.
Grint shakes his head and
This is how it goes.
sighs and takes off his breastplate and dives in the water after the small creature who probably needs protecting.
Ah.
Okay, so as you
Andros to
start,
join. Andros to join.
Oh god.
and Andros
I
jump.
thought we were.
Yep.
I thought we were
I-
going home.
We gotta get Socks.
What, you're already
I
in the
would
water?
tell
You
you
dove in.
at-
Maeve.
At this
Yeah.
point, I
Yeah,
would, if
what's
you
happened?
guys jump in the water, before hitting the water, Socks would have returned to the ring, yes, but in the air, because I don't want people to see it, as well as when I hit the water and disappear, you guys are now swimming with a shark.
So, as Grint dives beneath the water and Andros follows him under, the two of you are met with this grinning shark sat literally before you.
Axes at the ready.
I
I
out my
turned to-
sword.
I turned to Andros, and I'm like, no! No!
I tap Grimp and just point up, like tell him to resurface for a second. And then and once we get to surface, I'll explain that this is Maeve. Maeve. can-
Andros! Andros,
Yes.
what do you see?
Socks is okay.
How do you
there's
know?
a shark below us.
Wait,
Uh,
how is Socks okay when there's a shark?
I didn't see him, so I'm hoping he's in the ring. But I hope she did that.
Where's Maeve?
Shark.
Oh,
Probably a shark.
Maeve
Yeah.
is the shark. Okay.
Yeah,
Ah,
shark.
typical Maeve.
That's the question. Is there anyone still on the ship?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
trying to say
hell
this
yeah.
discreetly.
It's just you guys, the remaining crew, sailors left after finish. They were basically like stockpiling supplies to help the ship if a few holes appear in it. They were like putting wood on there and nails and hammers so that there were supplies so that in case it starts to take on water, you have the relevant supplies to patch it up.
And we were at the tavern in the evening, right? So it's getting darker.
It was about 5 p.m. when you got to this boat. So I would say it's been about an hour and a half-ish with the waiting and then your communication. So yeah, it's like 6:30 coming to 7. The sun is like getting real low. And like it's kind of like you could just see the sunset slowly dissipating in the background.
I just tell Grint.
Well, mainly,
if you want to go home now, we can stop by and I can probably grab us like a bottle of whatever drink you want, and then we can just go drink in the castle.
Well, first of all, I was wondering if any of you. I need to get out of this water. And I swim over to the side. I get
I
out.
follow him.
And I sit on the side, shake the little top knot of hair that I've got. Kind of start wringing it out from behind me. Does anyone like long walks on the beach in the evening? We can hold hands if you want to.
As you say this, I just take my trunk and just right when he like after he just like cleaned his hair or whatever, I just splash him again with my trunk for payback for making me mute, and just go you know, this sounds nice.
This time I start wringing out my moustache. And I just go, all's fair in love and war. And I pat him on the shoulder. You know, give as good as you get. That's fair. Yeah.
Like a he's like 7 foot tall, so it's like you like jump a little bit. Like
I like bend over a little bit to let him reach it easier to help him out.
You are literally twice my size. I'm 3'7". So I was like, yeah, come on. Grink goes on and puts his breastplate on, and anyone within ear reach that can hear him, he says, "There was a reason for my beach walk. If you would like to see the remains of some of the creatures that have been left by this sea serpent after death, I can show you a few. More wash up every hour."
Oof. We gotta get Maeve back first. But
I assume
I think it's getting too late. I don't know. I think we should plan this out in the morning. If that's okay
Maeve
with
will
you,
be
Mr.
fine,
Green?
Andros. Maeve will be fine.
Right. My only fear is if people come on the docks and then they see a shark walk up onto the docks and then suddenly just turns into a person. That is my only fear. I think we should
Maybe
get her.
they just see her as the lady of the sea.
Right. I think we should get her out of the water, let her turn back, and then we should go sleep, come back the next day, and then we can investigate, do what we want to theorize. I still think we need to see when we're wanting to actually do this, sail out there and stuff, because I don't know if those guys want to wait till super late to, you know, fight a serpent. I don't know how much time we got with the people we've hired.
Well, are we all in one space now? Like, aren't back on the ship? Are we on the ship?
You're
Like,
all, I
I'm
would say
very
at this
confused.
We're all
point,
nearby.
everyone but Maeve is all on the dock, which is like, when I say the dock, I mean the runway to your ship. So you are secluded from everybody else, so you can have your private conversations and that. But yeah, as soon as you begin to walk to an area, you will mingle back within the society of the dock.
Okay. So if we want to talk more personal about things, like, you know, private about certain things that we might not want to talk about in public, we still have a room in the castle that we can go talk privately about things. Just in case people are watching us, maybe just in case people are trying to listen in on what we're talking about. Because again, we don't know. We're just strangers here. Gloin, and I say this a little quieter. Gloin was just attacked the night before.
Sure, I guess, but let's wait for Maeve.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for Maeve.
Your friend was attacked?
Yeah, by people in the city.
Why?
Because they were associated with magic.
Well, some of us are not as careful about mentioning or waving things around.
Gloin,
Yeah.
you walk with me.
Okay. It's quite nice to have someone around my sort of height.
And yeah, you do realize he's a halfling as well, so he's quite short. He's about 3'4", so you are a little bit taller than him. But yeah, he just kind of like walks alongside you. Yeah, you finally someone.
Wait,
I scruffle his hair.
with all due respect, you know, we do a good job at protecting Gloin. You know, we, as a group.
Andros,
You did a great job last night.
Andros, you just showed magic in front of a crowd.
It's
Again.
not my skills that protect him. It's my reputation.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
He seems sensible enough.
What's still something that's still bothering me, like, you know, Maeve mentioned the Iron Woods. and how all of that was connected with the corruption. The ironwood also was very, you know, like there was a pattern to the corruption. Like it got thicker. There was almost like a path to follow to the center. If this is also corruption, it might be similar.
Maybe. Let's just wait for Maeve to come back from whatever Maeve is doing, and then we'll go from there.
How long will that be?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person.
Maeve, I will ask you a question. What is your intent? What are you doing as a shark? Swimming around a little bit, getting your feelers out for the water?
I am making sure that my fin isn't above
Mhm.
surface. And I would be having a look around to see if I see any live creatures in the first place. Anyway.
Yeah.
Movement.
You do spot very small fish. There don't appear to be any of the larger variety, as you are by a dock. You get the sense that fish of larger sizes would be further out where it's deeper water, where they can feed more. But there are a few smaller fish that are just swimming around. There doesn't appear to be... Roll me a perception check.
As myself?
Yes, because you, as a druid, you get to use your perception. Yeah, that's correct.
22.
Nice! With a 22, you spot something that glistens at the bottom of the dock.
Oh.
Would you like to investigate further?
I will slowly make my way down, but I'm having a look as well. If any other fish spot me, do they tend to just skirt off straight away?
Oh, for sure. They see a large fish-like creature in the dock. They are out the second that you go near them. They just scatter. But as you start to swim a little bit further down, you do see what looks to be like a severed arm is tied to the bottom of the ocean, and the glint that you saw was like a ring that appeared to be on like a finger, and it was where the last bits of sunlight glistening through the water has just caught it, and it made it like twinkle as you looked in that direction.
Okay. I will try to gently take the ring off the finger with my teeth, because that's all I have.
Okay. Roll me a sleight of hand check as a shark, please.
Is this dexterity?
So use the dexterity of the shark, and we'll see how well this goes. I'm actually going to give you disadvantage on top of this, because you are using your mouth.
Oh, 1 second. Everything's popping out, but...
That's okay.
It's +1. Okay. Did it not roll? It didn't. Well.
Okay, a 12. You very gently open your mouth, and you put your teeth on the ring, and like the fingers are in your mouth, and you kind of like have to go, like, to get the mouth around the ring, and then you have to stop the teeth very gently on the ring, and then try to drag your tooth on the ring itself and pull back. You begin to do this, and then it just pops off.
Okay.
But you also feel something else in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And you look back at the hand, and from, like, the fingernail up is missing on the hand now. But the ring is no longer on the hand.
No,
But
where is
someone's
it?
in your mouth with
In
the
my mouth?
finger. Yes.
Okay. I don't have hands to take it out, and I'm afraid that if I spit it out, I'll lose the ring. So I'll keep it in my mouth.
Okay. What are you doing now?
Okay, well, the reason I was down here in the first place is to see if there's any creatures that seem out of place, maybe anything similar to the creatures we saw in the Ironwoods, that would be the sea version of it.
Sure. I would say, as you are scouting about towards the bottom of the dock, it's quite murky. It's quite dark and dirty down here. And the only reason you saw the ring is because it was such a, like, flashy thing to be in a dark and murky place. you can't really see. You see a few fish, and then like a crab like scuttles by you, in some panic as it sees a shark like right next to it. But yeah, you just see some very small wildlife just about nearby.
Okay. Nothing that. isn't the
Unfortunately,
normal
not.
sea
No, not to that caliber of creature that you're looking for.
creature. Okay. What I will do is, did I see any ladders going up the side of the
Yeah,
boat?
yeah.
Or okay,
The side of the dock, not the boat.
the side of the dock.
Yeah.
I will stay under the below, and I'll make my way towards the dock. And just before resurfacing, I would return back to Maeve.
Okay.
And climb the ladder.
Yep. You climb the ladder.
Yeah, I climbed the.
Yep. Then what?
I climbed the ladder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're on the dock, and you see everyone, and everyone turns to you, and Galoin's like, Maeve.
What's that?
I spit out a piece of finger and a ring.
Oh my god.
Andros goes over and he starts he just pukes a little over the side into the ocean.
Andros, we're
And
gonna need more booze.
A lot of booze. A lot of booze.
And
Fortunately, I
I
have to-
hold the finger, and I'm like I'm not pleased with it, but I just toss it behind
Well-
me over my shoulder.
Just as you're about to toss it, you do realize that the finger itself, it's very, very white, like an icy blue, and when feeling it in your mouth as Maeve, it didn't feel like a wet, soggy finger. It almost felt like an ice cube.
Oh.
But yeah, you pull it out, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, and I hold the ring in the other hand, and I'm like, hey Grint, did you say something about an ice serpent?
Aye. Yeah, there's something about this serpent breathing ice or something from the. Sorry, are you okay?
I'm fine. There was an arm down there, like a severed arm, and I tried to get the ring of it. It didn't quite go to plan, but look at it. And I show him the finger, and it's obviously not. It's an ice cube.
Right. Madam, now, I am a goblin, and I have a hardy stomach. But that's gross.
Doesn't matter. Okay, sure. I wasn't trying to eat the finger. Okay, I was trying to get the ring. I thought it might be helpful. But isn't it weird that there is a frozen finger in the ocean that's not frozen? If there's an
I
ice
don't
serpent.
know.
That's not
Seems
weird. That
weird.
makes perfect sense.
It's
Ow.
been underwater for so long. I don't know. Maybe when it gets to wintertime, it gets cold.
Nothing else frozen
But it
down
would
there.
thaw.
That thing just attacked whoever that finger belonged to and, well, ripped off his arm and threw him into the sea.
Yeah. Also,
it's-
sometimes with the ocean, the deeper you go, the colder it gets. That's why people usually stay up towards the surface. Like a lot of fish.
Andros,
they
I
stay
was
closer.
just
It would
in
never
there.
get
I
freezing.
would have known. I would have noticed.
So,
I don't know,
scientifically,
maybe you weren't thinking of it because you're trying to take a ring off the finger.
What I'm trying to say is that this is maybe preparation for us knowing what we're going up against.
Before all this happened and I met all of you, the most recent task I worked on for Oliver was there was just a small smuggling ring trying to smuggle magical artifacts into and out of the region. I don't know if it is in any way related, but I would imagine that no matter how much they hate magic here, they're going to have somebody who knows about it to know what they're meant to be hating. We can always ask Oliver if there's someone who can guide us in the right direction.
The king's daughter.
As you are having this conversation, all of you begin to hear what sounds like the rolling of wagon wheels on cobblestone. And you can hear multiple wheels being pushed and a few voices coming from the distance. And as the crowd begins to break, you see 2 large ballista being pushed towards your ship. 2 individuals are either side of the ballista, one on like the crossbow arm and the other on like the bulk, and they're pushing either side of it, and then another 2 people pushing behind. And accompanying them, you see 4 of the Kingsguard walking alongside them down the street. But behind all of them, you notice there is a gentleman with a blue beret, wearing very fancy dark and golden clothing, with a blue scarf wrapped around his neck. And as he's walking behind the ballista, they all stop as they get to the dock, and he weaves his way through, and he gets to the front. And he like looks up, tilting his hat slightly back. And all of you, except Grin, recognize the face that you see before you. You recognize this man as Ivan Twiller, the fence of the Requisition, and the gentleman that was helping Ariel in the fight against you the last time you were in Arkenvale. And as he looks up at you, and there's this smile across his face, he looks up and you see the recognition flash in his eyes, and the smile drops slightly.
Isn't
Well.
there someone that we need to kill?
I
Fancy seeing you again.
point to Shion, like, not here. And I just...
And
How
Grin,
you doing, friends?
Grin, you would know of his appearance. You don't know him personally, but you would know that this gentleman is the son of the Master of Military. He's part of like the council, and this is the son of the person who kind of organizes the defenses of the city. So he's in line with the royalty almost.
Is this someone I would bow to, or
Not someone that you would bow to. You would know them to be rather pompous. You would know them to be very wealthy, and you would know them to potentially have maybe been someone that would have pushed a task forward, which you would have maybe accepted at some point. But yeah, you would definitely know this person to be like of a councilman, royal-esque figure. He's not part of the monarchy, but he is the son of the Master of Military. But yeah, the rest of you see this gentleman, and yeah, he stood there before you. And yeah, this smile kind of fades as he realizes who's before him.
Andros gonna try to play it off entirely, like he doesn't know the guy, and just walk up. The name's Andros. How you doing? And I put out a hand.
Pleasure. Huh. I don't really do handshakes.
Who is he? Yeah.
Well, this is
What's
awkward.
weird? Awkward? How? Do you recognize somebody?
Well, of course not. You are the Wardens of Arkenvale. I just
Yeah,
hadn't met
yeah.
you previously, that is all.
Exactly. Yeah.
And he, like, looks at you, and he's like... He doesn't know if you're, like
I
like,
give him
joshing
I
him
give him
right
a
now, like-
subtle wink.
He doesn't... He's not quite sure of your intentions right this moment. And, he turns to you all. And he... Well, sorry, this really caught me off guard.
Yeah. I get it.
Ivan...
Seeing Loxodon is very weird. It's, not very common species,
Yes, I'm Ivan Twiller, the son of Talso Twiller, Master of Military.
Yes, your father was at the King's Court. Yes, very, very a lot of respect for your father, of course.
Yes, thank you.
And you're here to add a ballista to the ship.
Certainly am. I was instructed upon my father's request to aid you all in defending this here city, and thus I have provided 2 mobile ballista for your vessel.
Appreciate
Well,
it.
let's
Thank
hope you
you.
do a great job.
Defend this city? Well, I'm pretty sure you have some experience with, city defenses and everything.
Well, of course, my father being the Master of Military, that would make total sense. wouldn't it?
Exactly. Yes.
That's what would make sense that your father has experience with it. But
And as
would-
any
it-
good
I
son,
just give him like I'm
Yeah.
on to you, you motherfucker.
and he pushes his chest out a little bit and like flares his coat a bit more. He says, "And like any good son, I would listen to my father's advice and learn from him."
Exactly.
And he
Like any
smiles.
At
good
this
son
point,
would.
I've instructed Keda telepathically to like be in his eyesight
Mm-hmm.
with her fang out, like the tail, just
Yeah.
showing like we remember what happened last time, so don't fuck with us.
Yeah, and
Not
he just
telling
he
that, but
he just kind of he stands there and he kind of just looks at you all with this like very fake smile.
And I would stand next to Shion, and I would speak to her in the fire elemental language. Whisper. Shion. If he will know why we're here, his dad would have told him. He can bring that information back to her. Then the whole plan of uniting Veritas is out of the window.
We need to get rid of this guy as soon as possible.
Or at least silence him.
Well, we know someone who's good at that.
I would hope. I would hope this ballista is well put on. I mean, you're good at implementing those on the ships.
Just before we cut to that, Rez, did you want to? Because that's speaking in Ignan, which is the elemental fire language.
Yeah, that's fine because Grid just goes up to Arcturus actually at this point and like nudges him on the side and just whispers, points at Shion and points at this guy and points at Ivan and just goes, "Did they used to sleep together?"
most definitely not. I can tell you that.
Different type of tension. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Andros, you what was it that you said? Sorry, you said
So you're good at implementing ballistas. Are you good at using them?
Yes, my father, being master of military,
Right.
sees to the defense of the city. Therefore, I took an interest in siege equipment, in defending the city with ballista, trebuchets, and the such. I obviously, with my father's teachings, I took a natural curiosity to it all. And he,
Do you
again, the
mind-
fake smile.
Do you mind taking me up to one of those and just teaching me how it works and everything before we leave? Just me and you, of course. So I can get a really good lesson on how to use a ballista.
By all means, good friend. And he clicks his fingers, and two of the people start pushing the ballistas back onto the boat. Like you all like have to step slightly to the
Yeah.
side. And he waits for them all to go past, and then he like looks at the four Kingsguard there, and like he nods, and he just puts two fingers up, and two of them follow you onto the boat. And the two Kingsguard stand by the gangplank, but on the boat, and he just puts a hand out, and then he walks you over to him, and then the four people walk off. And he goes up to it. While these two have gone onto the boat, what are the rest of you doing? As there's four people coming off the boat now. They just look like general dock workers. They don't look like anyone in particular. And then there are two Kingsguard just waiting for Ivan.
I say to Maeve, still in Ignan, should we poison his drink? I still have that liquid paranoia. It shouldn't be too hard to give it to him.
Ooh.
And
Maybe.
then, I don't know, throw him into the sea or something.
Her, or convince him that he should come with us on
And
the
th-
mission. Use
and
the
then-
use the thing.
Serve him up as bait.
Correct. Oh no, your son died.
I like
But
that idea.
before we do that, we ask him questions.
How do you suggest we do that?
I mean, if he's with us on the sea, what is he gonna do? Swim home?
Who knows, he might... I mean, who knows, maybe his mistress taught him some tricks.
He didn't do much.
He
last
didn't
time, did he?
fly, did he? Not like his mistress.
No, I think she took. Didn't she? She grew the wings and took him.
Yes, so he's maybe just a bag of hot air. He certainly looks like a bag of hot air. I've seen hundreds of his kind back home.
Do you think you could charm him into coming with us?
I could certainly try.
Okay.
But then again, I kinda made it obvious that I'm not too fond of him. Well, plus using magic here, we might wait for a
No.
bit.
Your natural charm.
I can try, but
I can help, maybe. I don't know. We did the Kingsley Taft thing pretty well.
we had a love potion back then. We don't have another one.
Right, but he's supposed to act like he likes us at this point.
We should wait until we're back at court at least, so there are watchful eyes that cannot show him disrespecting us.
Very smart. See, this is why you do this stuff, and I just suggest.
At this point, I
So
look over
while-
at Grins, and I'm like, the way they look, the way they seem to talk, it's gonna be fun.
Well, this got really awkward, really quick.
Grindelwald.
As you might be able to tell, we know this guy, but we're not from around here. So,
Neither is he.
yeah.
Well, maybe he is, but his loyalties do not seem to be here.
How did you get here so quick? That's the big question.
His mistress can fly. If
Yeah,
he's here,
so-
she might be here.
Precisely.
And Galoin nudges you, Grint. And he says, I'll be honest, I don't know what's going on either. I have no idea who this man is. I've never seen him before. So, don't feel like you're the only one here.
Galoin, let me teach you a very important lesson in moments like this that I've learned over the years.
Does Galoin have a beard or a moustache or anything?
He has like a little bit like of a chin strap. Yeah.
It's enough.
Take your hands like this. Lean on something roughly around 2/3 of your size, and look as though you're paying deep attention and know exactly what's going on whilst doing this. It will
Got
get
it.
you very far in life.
And should every now and then, like, I do a subtle nod?
Nod, wink, anything like that. You'll do great.
Thanks for the tips.
And he immediately starts doing it. And like you're stood next to each other, and I imagine you're both just doing it at this point. Yeah. And while you're having that conversation, Andras, you walk on over to the ballista, and he walks it up to it, and he says, "Well, as you can see, this is a ballista.
Right.
You would need to load the bolts. Each ballista comes with 10 bolts, and 2 chains, which you can attach to bolts if you wish to try and shackle a creature. Are we really doing this?
I look
like
around.
this,
Is
or-
anyone near us, or just me and him?
They're out of
No?
earshot. Like
Okay.
he's purposefully
Yeah.
tried to take you so that no one else could hear, but he still
Yeah.
has backup if he needs it. Like
I kind of just I get a little closer so you can just hear me and no one else can hear
Yeah.
me. I just kind of go, "Why the fuck are you here?"
well, you see, one returns home from time to time.
Right. But your loyalties are not here. It's with the girl that wants to destroy the city. And
My
potentially-
loyalties is with whoever's coin purse is paying the most,
So
friend.
coin is your go-to.
Well, of course, I do not go by Ivan the Fence for no other reason
Right.
than
So you
being a
betrayed your
literal
group.
fence to what? My group. They paid me.
Requisition.
It's like a job.
Right. What if I pay you to come with us to help us with the serpent?
Odds no. What do you think I am, an
Mhm.
idiot?
I mean, I'm just thinking,
Look,
there is listen,
look. I'm a simple businessman.
Right.
I look for ways to make large sums of coin with very minimal effort. I try to make others do my work for me. Hence why I worked at a place called the Requisition
So you're
that
not
acquired
gonna
artifacts.
sabotage this ballista.
Gods no.
Okay.
If you kill this ballista, my main source of income returns.
Right. Okay. Listen, I want to see where your ideas are at the moment because
Look,
it is
I-
very weird to see a guy that trying to fight us in
You
this.
almost killed me.
Yeah.
I have no qualms with you. I didn't realize that, you were you. When they said Wardens of Arkenvale, I just assumed some schmucks that had come along to speak with the council about the current attack that had happened. She's not here. She's not here. She dropped me off. She's not here.
Where did she go?
South. I don't know.
South. Okay. Listen, all I gotta say is that you need to be careful, because if this city finds out you were somehow a part of what happened,
No one would believe you.
well, I'm sure of that. That's why I was trying not to come at you as if we already knew you. That was my play. Because if we threw accusations out, that would make even more problems on us. And to be honest, there's already enough here as it is. Okay.
Look. How can we make this work?
How can we
Let
make
me
this
help you.
work?
I
can we
have
help?
some. Well, you're going to fight the Sea Serpent on behalf of Craddock and the Credonians,
city?
which I
Yeah.
am. Yes, my father's city more than my own, but yes,
Mhm.
I agree. I have some experimental tools that could, may or not, help you in this endeavor.
Go on.
I have some experimental bolts for the ballista.
What kind of experimental bolts are we talking about?
Some that explode,
Explode.
but I say experimental.
Experimental.
They're not 100% tested yet, hence I haven't been in the city recently, as you know, so I haven't been able to continue my
You're
work.
expecting us to just trust that these bolts aren't just gonna explode on us? How about some exploding arrows? You have arrows that can just do that same thing?
I am not a Fletcher, friend. I
But you have coin.
Yes.
Your father is the leader of military. Why can't he just get us some exploding arrows?
Well, because no one's made them.
But you have exploding bolts.
Yes. Already made. They were my testers to see if the experiment was worth continuing.
Right. Have you
I load 2 lightning stones in the flat end of a tip. When the tip hits a creature or a siege or a wall, the tip snaps, allowing the 2 lightning stones to collide, creating a small explosion. I also have grip hook bolts.
What are those?
Upon impact, they're like a grappling hook. They impact and then they shoot out and like hook into something.
Oh.
So if you wish to better contain a sea serpent, it would hit on impact, but again, not 100% that they will work.
Okay. If they don't work, they're still just bolts. They still do the
Well,
same
yes, they
thing.
still have the same purpose,
Right. Okay.
but if they do work, they help without it falling out as easy.
Okay. I would say those are we'll take those. That would be nice.
Just the grip hook, or it's a...
Listen,
Look,
if you want to talk about the
I would like this transaction to go as smoothly as possible.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I have no reason to hurt you right now. You have guards, and I'm not trying to make the city mad at us. All right, like they already don't like us for magic. Okay, so look,
Yes.
just do me a favor. Talk to the rest of my party about the exploding bolts. I will
Do I
go ahead
have
and
to speak to the short blonde one because she terrifies me?
no, not her. You can just ignore her if you want. The person I really want you to talk to is the blue man. He's the one who knows. He's
He's the one
pretty
that
smart.
allowed me to leave the last time. Sure.
Yeah. He is the one who allowed you to leave last time, and I still think that's a mistake until you prove otherwise. Anywho, we'll take the grip hook ones for now, because I'm sure those are useful. The exploding ones, talk to the party, see if they like it, and then look, just do me a favor. Don't mention anything that happened in Arkenvale. Forget it. All right? I'm not gonna sit here and hold a grudge because right now my job is to take care of the serpent. Okay? My quarrels with you are not important at the moment. Now, I'm not saying I haven't forgotten. Because, to be honest, I would like to literally give you a black eye at the moment. So, just do me a favor. Don't get
will-
on my nerves, and don't get on the party's nerves. You
Look,
got it?
I will talk to them, and then we'll go our separate ways.
You owe us a drink.
Is that it?
After the serpent, you owe us a drink, and you owe us any information she's told you.
We'll negotiate.
We'll negotiate.
And he like clicks his fingers, and a couple of the dock workers come back on the ship. Would you fetch the grip hook bolts for me? Yes, in the back of the wagon, just down the street. Thank you. And he then steps down the gangplank and he says, "Well, Iron Vortex, it is a pleasure. You are. Do I know you?" And he looks towards you, Grunt. You're muted. It's alright, you'll get it, you'll get it.
Hello.
I don't believe we've acquainted before?
No.
Pleasure! Yes, well, Iron
All
Vortex.
yours.
Thanks. Iron Vortex.
Staring at him.
Yeah, he's very unnerved by you. He like looks between you and Shion, and like you could see that he definitely gets there's that shiver down his spine just from you two staring, like glaring at him. And then he's just like, how may I be of service? I've already spoken to your Loxodon friend here, Andros, and I've informed him that I will gift you some grip hook bolts. They will assist you in shackling down the sea serpent if successful. They are experimental, so yes.
Meaning they could explode in our face, is what you're saying.
Oh no, these are just grip hook arrows, bolts, sorry.
They're different.
Upon impact, they will sprout like a grappling hook on the inside of a creature as it pierces them, and then when it tries to pull back out, it'll lock itself within the creature. Now, obviously, they're experimental. They may not expand.
They still do the same things a bolt will do, so either way, they're
They do a
useful to
regular
have
bolt,
no matter what.
and they all come with chains, so you would still have a chained creature, but it will be easier to pull out.
Do
Give
you,
us. Oh, all right.
Do you have the paperwork for any of these?
Sorry?
The signed paperwork for whether it's the ballistas, the transfer notes.
Oh,
You must have the
well,
transfer notes.
yes, we have the clipboards for all of the blister, but the grip hooks aren't on there because they're not officially tested.
Okay, well, have you signed the ballista paperwork at least?
Yes.
Fantastic. Let me take a look at that, please.
And he gives you the clipboard.
Fantastic. Grinch just starts reading.
Yep.
Ivan, speaking, it's just all of us, just us, right?
Yeah,
Just
there's a couple of there's a couple of guards on the boat, but they're not within earshot, and there's a couple of guards at the bottom of the dock, but again not within earshot. So you're free to talk.
Speaking of unofficial things, you know anyone that might have magical equipment around here or ingredients?
Magical equipment or ingredients?
Erhard,
Well, you
we're in a
deal in
city that
special
hates
things,
magic.
don't you?
I
You know how underground works.
Yes. What is it that you're after?
Nothing special, just ink and paper.
I can fetch you that.
Magical.
Magical ink? Look,
For
okay, right.
transcribing, you know.
There's clearly some animosity here, and please, Grint, excuse my yes. So, do you still need? No, I'm not going to ask. So, I, as you know, when in Arantis was known as the Fence. I would acquire and procure certain items and sell them to locations in which wouldn't have access to them. The reason it worked out so well was because Arantis has the Tri-Spires, which sell many magical artifacts which I would steal. And then I would cross the border into Craddock with them and sell magical wares to those in need. Now, before you think of me as a bad person,
Yeah, right.
I stole from those that had enough and provided to those that had no means of acquiring. If anything, I would say it was a just thing.
I walk up to the guy.
And he lets out a slight, like, as like you walk up to him. Like he wasn't expecting you, of all people, to, like, approach.
What does seem that we should trust you? I let you off with a warning last time.
You let me live, yes.
I'm not making that mistake again.
First, I walk up to him. Listen, we have people around us. We cannot make a scene. We have nothing against this guy right now. We are basically trying to tell him something with no proof. All right? If we even try to say something against him, they would turn on us. He is the son of the dude on the counts on the court, right? We have to just drop it for now. All right?
I turn to Andros, look him straight in the face.
You're gonna make it worse.
Andros, this guy tried to destroy the city you were promised to.
We know that, but what are we gonna do? Do you have
Stop
a way to
being
show?
a friend to him.
He
I'm
raises
not
a
being
hand.
friends to him.
He's just stood there like,
We cannot be. I'm not friendly to him. I'm trying to just not make it look like we have an issue with him. Because if this city finds out, they're not gonna believe us.
It's easy. I do have an issue with him.
I know
I
you
just
do.
Make
We
it
all
quick,
do.
Ivan.
how do you do what, sorry?
Can I just tap Grint on the shoulder as he's doing the paperwork? Your axe only works once today?
What was the rules on it, Onion?
Yes, I believe it's once per short
Once a-
rest.
Yeah. Grin says,
That.
yes, but... And I walk in between them and I slam the axe on the floor. Doesn't do anything, just makes a big noise. And I go, on your way, Ivan.
Very well. If you...
Now!
Yes! Bye! And he just turns around and he clicks his fingers and the guards come off the boat and they follow him into the city.
We see his face again, and he's a dead man.
You guys,
No
listen,
man.
Agreed.
Don't worry too much.
And I pull out the contract and I go,
We have his signature now.
and at that point, Grint shows you a flash of what appears to be some kind of pen, paper, as though he's got maybe some kind of calligraphy, forgery stuff going on.
we're not doing this. Okay, listen,
Done it before.
we're not doing this. You're muted.
You're muted.
What are we doing? Or
We're
what
not
are we
gonna
not
do
doing?
anything. We're
What are we
gonna
not
do anything.
doing?
We're not gonna
Wait,
do
what are
anything.
we not doing?
Andros is not doing anything as usual.
No. What? Andros will pick up Erhard, and I'll roll for this if I have to, and I'm just gonna hold him over the side.
Well, as you try to, Galoin will step between you, although being very short, and it'll just be like, what? Andros? Come on.
Listen, I am okay with you guys being mad at him. I am just as mad as everyone else here. But us publicly doing something in front of the King's Guard to the son of a dude on the Court of Kings in public is not the best way to, not a good look on us, and not a good look on anything, right? We are here for one goal only. We're not gonna sit here and make it worse on us. The city
Andros,
already knows we're
Andros,
dealing with
darling.
magic.
Andros, darling. Why are we here?
We're
Answer
here.
honest.
We're here to deal with the serpent and get this court in
For
this city
whom
to
are
help
we?
us.
For whom?
For the city of Arkandale.
And this guy you just became all chummy with is a direct threat to the city. Of
Is he? He's
Arkandale.
just doing it for money, Gian. He was a part of the organization for money. He was helping
Does
her out
that
for
make
money.
him any less guilty
No, it doesn't.
to you?
It doesn't make him any guilt. It doesn't make him anything. Okay? Right now,
This man
he's
needs
here.
to
die.
Shion, listen. I get it. You guys are mad, and I if I could do something to him right now, I would. But what can we do? What can we do in a city with people who are watching us like we're just...
It's easy, Andros. We don't make friends with them.
Andros.
No, it's easy.
Poison
We don't
his
make it look
thing.
like we have an issue with him. We don't make it look like we have a history, because then that brings people watching us, right? And what's to say this guy just doesn't come up with some bullshit lie and then make us look even worse here? You guys have got...
Andros.
Listen, I am just as mad at this guy as you guys, but I'm not gonna sit here and make things worse. We literally got... Gloin got beat up last night by
Andros.
people in the city.
Andros, remember what we spoke about?
You already made things worse when you were
Andros.
the one who talked about magic in front of an
You-
entire group of people.
Andros, you are right in this situation. Now, I concede that there are some tensions that do not appear to be of the relations variety as I originally thought. However, patience is a virtue, and regardless of what this scum has done to you, you are in his game currently, his town, his city. It's more his city than you could even call it my city. Just bide your time. If we need to do
Prince?
something,
Just shortly, Andros, just so you don't misunderstand, just let us be clear. We all know we're not doing anything out in the open. But we also want you to understand we are not willing to deal with him.
I'm not asking y'all to be friends with him. I'm just asking, don't make it obvious that we have an issue with a guy, because then people are gonna get suspicious.
Who
And
cares?
then he
It could
could
be
say
a re-
anything
it
he
could-
wants.
It could be a relationship thing, for all we know.
That's what we could say.
We might be some bitter exes. Who cares?
But that's not what he can say. I'm trying to play in the hands that if we make anything even publicly known, this guy could do anything he wants. He literally has a dad in the court of kings. Who do
And
we
we
have
are
in
literally
power?
representatives and
No,
here
we're-
on official business with signed letters.
Yes,
Killing
does
a
Arkenvale
dip-
know?
Killing
Killing a
that
Okay,
diplomat
yes.
is bad.
Erhard, I understand, but what can we say? We have nothing. We have no proof that he did anything but our words.
Where was he up until now?
question.
How did he get here?
We
There's
don't know,
also kinds
and
of
we don't know what he
questions. He
told the
can't
city.
also speak up that much. You know, there's also many
Listen,
questions he doesn't
I-
want to be looked at.
I would love to put him behind bars as much as you guys did, but it doesn't help. One, we let him go to begin with. Two, now he's in his turf. We are not in our turf. These people already are looking at us weird because we have magic. And I get it. I'm the one who says something cool. But now we can't. Now we're in a position where we just cannot do anything. So
We're not
stop
doing
trying-
it now.
Well, then stop talking like we are. Just literally
We
drop. We're
didn't.
here to
You-
deal with the
you
serpent.
just wanted
We're
to cut
here
us
to deal with the
short,
serpent.
Ollie.
We're not gonna sit here and talk like having an issue with him. We're gonna drop all of it.
Guys, I have a question, because we all know, apart from Grind, sorry, but we all know that this guy has information on us and probably information that we need, right? I'm not saying we should cause a scene, but if Grind can potentially help us get collateral damage on him, be it forging a signature, to keep us safe from him feeding information to someone that will pay him coin.
Yes,
Maybe even to get us information.
I'm sure if we just ask him, he will give us information. We pay coin.
and you're gonna
Literally-
trust it?
Right.
Just like
and
that?
what
Can you trust it if we do the collateral? No, anything. He can literally lie about and with anything.
the
right?
collateral damage
Exactly.
That's
means
what I
that
just
if
said.
he
That's what I'm
speaks, the damage to him happens, and it doesn't have to be physical, but it could be his reputation.
I think
It is a safety net, Andros. It's
I think
not meant
we
to
don't
cause
do
a
anything about
scene.
it, and we just do our task here and get the fuck
It's
out.
just precaution. We're not doing anything actively right now.
Focus
As-
on the serpent.
As you guys are having this conversation, a figure just starts to walk up the dock to you, swaying from side to side. And he's like, "Ugh." And he walks past you all, stands right on the edge of the dock, and then just starts pissing into the dock.
Good job.
That's my assignment.
You wanted to go for a walk on the beach, right?
I'm going back to the
Aye.
castle.
but it might be a bit late now. Andros was right.
Grint looks up at the sky and gets a rough idea of how long it's been.
Oh yeah, it's hitting like 8 p.m.-ish at this point, as night is starting to really set in.
Andros was right about an hour ago. We should probably deal with this in the morning. Oi! Piss stain!
Oh fuck! And you look down, and he's like now dribbled on himself a little bit.
Idiot.
What did you just? And he like goes to turn, like, because you've called him an idiot. And as he turns, he loses his footing, and like he like goes to fall in, but he like grabs onto like a piece of like the dock, and then you can just see his trousers fall down, and he's just there like hanging on the dock, like, help me.
Grint grabs him by the scruff of his neck.
Yeah.
And he'll go over the top. I don't know what I'm gonna have to roll for it, but I'm just gonna throw the guy over my head, land him on his back so he's safe on the floor, and then kind of like pat him on the
Roll me an
chest.
athletics check.
Don't.
As you like grab like his shirt and just like way over the top, like literally throw him over you. Oh, 23. Yeah, you do it in such a way that like it's such a quick motion that he almost didn't even realize it happened. But you literally just like grab his shirt, just pull him, and then slam him into the dock, and he just like lays there, and he's like, and then he just slowly pulls his trousers back up, but he lays there for a bit as all his junk was on display.
I ruffle his hair.
Yeah, and he just lays there. He just doesn't move.
Are we going?
Grint, where you staying?
Yes. In the castle, apparently, tonight. Or
Okay.
the tavern, it depends how drunk I get.
You want to go to the tavern or you want to go to the castle?
I'm gonna go to the castle, and then I will probably end up in a tavern. It happens, I don't know how, because I don't remember that far.
We'll keep you company.
And as you all begin to walk away from the dock, you just see like the drunkard just like he gives like a wave as you all walk off. And I think that's the perfect point that we're gonna cut to a break. So we'll be back in like 5, 6, 7-ish minutes. We're gonna grab a drink, grab some snacks, all that good stuff. So we will see you in a little while. Don't go anywhere. See you in a bit. Bye. Hello, and welcome back to Natural Havoc. We are going to be kicking things off with the party, but before we do that, what snacks, what drinks have we all got? I went and just got a Coca-Cola, not sponsored. You got some Chip Frisk? Is that Chips Frisk?
Yeah, chips fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mayo
So-
chili.
Nice. What's everyone else got? Anything good? Anything tasty? A Monster, I assume, from Eagle?
I don't have any. I had a monster in the
No.
first half, not
Oh,
the second
wow.
half. Yeah.
Tea?
I'm having a radler with cheese.
Coffee.
and water.
Nice. Water?
Vodka.
Nice. Oh, wait, pure vodka.
Vodka.
Yeah.
Awesome. Guys in chat, let us know what you're eating, what you're drinking. Yeah, sweet. Like I said, Coke. But we are going to get straight back into the action. So, guys, where are you headed?
I'm headed back to the
King's Court.
castle.
To the King's Court?
Yeah, the King's Court, yeah.
Very well. As you would know, you arrive at the big gates as you did before, with the huge hedges and the very exotic wildlife gardens around the central building. And I'll put your token. Oh, that's not the token. Over this way, as you guys head over that way. And as you enter this huge 4-story cathedral-like building, you are greeted by the guards who allow your entry, and they take you upstairs to a more secluded private chamber. In this chamber, you are led to what looks to be like quite a large lounge room with its own fireplace and like big, comfy looking like sofas with like tables. There's like a bar in here with various drinks and liquor behind it. And then in this room, there are 4 different doorways, and each of which lead to their own separate bedrooms. Each bedroom sleeps 2 people. So you have enough for almost all of you. you find yourselves in this very luxurious, warm, expensive-looking lounge, and I assume Grint probably spots the bar almost immediately. And yeah, as yeah, it's lined with various liquors and beers and all sorts there, free for you to take. And yeah, you guys are led in, and they shut the doors behind you when you go in.
Does Grint know who put us in this place?
You heard from Oliver that you have also been extended to stay with this group in this room. So you would assume Oliver has got you to a few nights in this place.
I always thought Oliver was wiser than this.
I just walk over to the bar and crack open whatever I can put my hand on first.
Sure, I'll say, yeah, a bottle of bourbon is what you grab first.
I tap Galoin. Hey, we're gonna share a room again, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, me and my best friend, right? We're gonna share a room.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can share a room.
Right.
Sure.
Not you and Grint. Grint's not your best friend, right?
What? Huh?
No, nothing.
I've just met him.
Yeah. I know. I'm just,
I would
Right.
just
He just walks off.
I'll just go over to Arcturus and kind of ask him a careful question. I think I would like to perform some magic. Do you think it's safe here?
That's like the most weird question you would ask in a city that is not fond of magic.
Exactly.
So
But
why would you use magic?
I would like to change Olaf's shape because it just doesn't seem very useful right now.
Well, then you better do it like very, 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 very quietly. Maybe you can ask Grint for his axe.
But I'm gonna need my speech.
Make it very silent. We're in a castle with guards. So
Well, it's just a
like-
ritual. Like burning some incense, stuff. Maybe they have a window I can crack open.
Oh, that'd be better because it's gonna be smelly in here.
Yeah.
They also have a chimney. You could just do it over the chimney. Like the fireplace in the chimney.
Sure.
Better be
There's no
careful,
one going
Erhard.
into this room. Like we have privacy, right?
You have the entire lounge to yourselves and the 4 rooms. And it's very luxurious. There's a crystal chandelier hanging from the ceiling. There are tapestries and curtains made of like the finest of fabrics with royal blues, purples and golds throughout. And there are a couple of like oil paintings in like gilt framed frames, and they just line the walls of like various spectacles throughout the city, one of which is like the library in the city. There's one of this actual cathedral that you're within, and then there's like an oil painting of the dock with all the ships in, and it's just like different spectacles of the city itself. In here there are decanters full of various liqueurs and alcohols, as well as its own like mini bar stocked to the brim, and there's also like a small closet which has got various like bed-ins, pillows, like extra stuff that you would need. And going into the rooms, these are like luxurious bedrooms. Like if you are from a higher standard of living, like Shion per se, like this isn't bad. Like don't get me wrong, it's probably not home, but this is still of a pretty decent standard. The likes of Maeve probably never slept on anything this comfy. Like it's like it's the softest like mattress ever. But yeah.
I'll just walk over to Grin and just be like, find anything good?
Grint's just staring at Ondros. And I'd like to can I use Know Your Enemy, please, Onion?
Yes.
Could I strength and armor class.
And I believe it will tell you if it is higher or lower, but it won't tell you
Higher,
the exact
equal, or
digit,
lower.
right?
Correct.
It's higher,
Higher,
equal,
equal.
and it was what one? Strength?
Strength and armor class, please.
Okay, it is... Strength is lower. Armor class is higher.
Cool, cool.
There you go.
Grint shakes his head. I mean, yeah, it's all right. Just takes a massive swig out the bourbon.
Something to
Sorry.
share?
Mm,
Or
Sure.
another bottle, whatever. Like,
Take your pick. There is
Sure.
a fully stocked bar. Someone has made serious mistakes here.
whoa. I think I will sit over by the fire. Just do some things
Grint is sitting on the bar.
on the bar, on top of it.
Yeah, no, he's literally just like legs are cocked over it so that the whole bar is within arm's reach.
I like to think his legs are just like slowly kicking as well, because he's like
Yeah,
in
yeah,
his
yeah,
happy
yeah.
space right now.
100%.
Sure, we'll grab a bottle and a glass. Not just swig out of the bottle, but just yeah. And pour the glass and just go over to the fireplace.
Did you need anything, by the way?
Just I thought, have a chat maybe. You seem sensible about this whole serpent business.
I guess you could say that. Yeah, sure.
And kind of kicks off the bar. Takes off his breastplate
Breastplate?
at this point. That's the one. And I don't know, kind of he assumes he's sleeping in the bar tonight, so he just puts it in one of the shelves because that's where he's going to keep his stuff. And he takes some pens. He takes one of his pens and a paper and the contract notes from earlier, and as he sits with you, just starts tracing and trying to copy that signature as good as he can.
Do you want to roll me a calligraphy or forgery check, please? Let's see how on the nose you can get this signature down.
What would my test be for that?
I will allow you to use either dexterity or I think intelligence.
Okay.
Or
I
no,
will-
or I would also allow wisdom.
I'll go
Because
with
it's about perceiving, so it's yeah. I'd say wisdom, intelligence, or dexterity with the method that you would like to go for.
Okay, I'm going for forgery.
Yeah.
And what do I type in again? It is
So on your
slash-
sheet, you should, on the left-hand side underneath all of your skills, you'll see one that says forgery kit.
Mhm.
And if you click on it, it will ask you which stat you wish to use. And if you choose wisdom, it should roll it all for you and add all the add-ons on top.
I'm clicking it and it's not doing anything.
The window might pop out underneath your character sheet.
Yes,
Is that for me?
a window will pop out separately for what check it is. It's like a tiny little box.
It's not doing it.
Okay, I'll do it for you.
Something wrong. Thank you.
That's okay, I'll do it. Which one? Wisdom was it?
Yes, wisdom, please.
Okay. I rolled a nat one. You spend some time, and as you start doing it, you start to get the first letter to shape up well, and something distracts you for that moment. And whether or not it's Erhard casting the magic for the ritual, or maybe it's the bourbon and the wine you drank earlier that's going to your head a little bit, but you like turn a little too quick and catch your elbow on the decanter that you're drinking from, and it kind of like tips over and spills onto the parchment you were practicing on, and it kind of like puts you in complete disarray for a moment.
I'll work on this later.
Conversation, great, love it. My favorite thing. Yes, talk, words, do that. Instead.
I guess I can talk while I'm doing the ritual, right?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. So, what? Where do you think it came from?
The sea serpent.
Yeah. Must have
I'd
lived
say the
somewhere.
sea.
I want to
So
say
you-
Andros will chuckle at this.
Too bad.
I would say the
he's-
sea.
He's chuckling a little bit to himself just hearing that first question.
So what do you think would be the best approach?
Directly. There's not many things to hide from. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be playing with you like this. I would.
Like you said, there was something strange about it, right?
You guys are pretty set on fighting this thing, aren't you?
I personally, I'm not too thrilled about going head on with it. So if there's any alternate means of dispatching of the problem,
I just don't know whether the serpent itself is the actual problem here. It doesn't.
I have an inkling like
seem-
that. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like.
Natural?
Yeah. Sea serpents live in the sea all the time. Why would one come into the bay now? Why would one be killing for things other than food? Why would one...
Can
Something
Maeve over
doesn't seem
here?
right.
I don't think you two aren't
We're
being
not
discreet,
whispering,
are
no.
you? Yeah,
No,
you guys are all in the
we're
same
talking.
lounge, so yeah, you'd hear it.
I'll head over as well. And I'll pull out the sending stone that Eliash gave us. And I'll turn to Erhard and I'll be like, I'm also not set on killing it per se. It's doesn't I also feel like it's been there for a long time, and for attack that now is strange, and especially if it is maybe corrupted. I was gonna speak to Eliash tonight anyway, but maybe it could be helpful asking her if she has any knowledge of anything like this, or anything that we could do with this. Maybe other creatures have had this happen?
It's probably a good clue. I mean, also like what you brought up earlier about the Iron Woods, maybe she knows like a connection like between the whole corruption being caused by, I don't know, magical influences or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she'd know, but she's one of the smartest people we've met in the recent weeks, so...
Most sensible, yes.
Yeah.
These Iron Woods you speak of.
Yeah.
The incident you had there, was it magical or religious
Yeah.
in nature?
It was 3 hags who cast very dark magic, and you know, blood sacrifices. They corrupted the earth, the whole woods.
They,
Funny you mentioned sea hags. Or hags.
well, yeah, they had different types of hags. One was a
Night hag.
water one was more of a mossy one. But they also seem to have captured these forest spirits. When we released them, it seemed to put the forest back into a balance. The corruption seemed to go away.
Cover.
Some years ago, I believe, before I lived in the area, the common folk, they've spoken of a sea hag who used to live in the bay. She was driven off, but before she left, she apparently left a curse upon this place.
Yes.
This, some of the people believe, is something to do with her vengeance. Others say that the creature lives within a cave deep beneath the bay.
Is there any?
Have you
any-
ever heard of the Sahagwin?
No.
Can I
Okay.
roll intelligence on that or something?
Sure, roll me a history check to see if you've ever come across something along those lines.
Well,
you've heard of folk of like merfolk and of like aquatic
Yeah.
Koatau, exactly. These creatures are similar to those, but a little bit more barbaric from what you remember, but that's as much as like you glean from that. You've heard the name at least.
Alright.
Waterfolk. They're I'm guessing because Grint knows the rumors that he'll have rumor-esque knowledge of it.
Yeah.
Waterfolk, they worship dark deities. Rumor has it that one day they plan to take over the land themselves with the help of creatures such as these sea serpents to expand their territory. And some others believe that there were, well, it's more than believe, there were 2 sea serpents spotted half a year ago or so off the coast. Maybe their nest is nearby. Maybe they've had children. Who knows? We don't. But something's telling me the look in the creature. It's not natural.
As this conversation happens, I'll be making glasses of drinks. I'll be passing out to Shion, Arcturus, Galoin, and then one for myself, of course. Just so everyone has a drink, and they're not just,
I get the drink and I put it next to me.
I can't seem but wonder if perhaps that folk has done something to the second sea serpent to drive this one up to cause havoc.
It could have been. Hey, and nobody knows if the serpents have indeed nested somewhere down the coast. These creatures I don't really know enough of, but maybe with some of your magic skills, if we could perhaps find one of them, maybe we could talk to it. We could at least have a look for the nest down the coast.
Wait, does serpents speak?
I don't know. You're a druid, right?
I talk to animals. Not
Serpents are an animal?
I mean, I can speak to the griffins, and they're a lot less scary.
I don't know magic.
I
Takes
can
another
try,
sip.
but I don't.
Since I traveled across the ocean and I actually lived on the Bayrock Isles for so many years, would I have any knowledge of sea creatures that would somehow be able to do these type of things? Maybe I've heard of curse before from people who's traveled.
Upon your time in the Bayrock Isles,
Yeah,
I
wasn't
you
really.
spent a lot of it secluded. I would argue that you probably weren't really one to be asking of local rumors and that sort of thing. So I would say for this instance, nothing really rejogs your memory.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think you know who Eliash is, but she is one of the head mages of the Tri-Spires in Arkenville. I think, and I look at Arcturus, she's a transmutation wizard.
I'm not.
I don't think she might. Well, I don't know if she would know much about this anyway, but I was gonna speak to her tonight anyway to let her know what our plans are as we're traveling together. And maybe, I don't know how this works. I don't know if we can all talk at the same time, but perhaps you could help me explain the situation, and maybe she can help us.
Pretty sure it's only a certain amount of words a day.
That's the sending scroll.
I think the sending stone has only amount of words you can send a day. And then you can't send anything back through it. I'm almost certain. I think Elias explained to us this has a certain amount you can use it for, and then it stops for the day.
Anyone used the sending stone before?
We've had one before, but we never used it because in the
Well, we
middle
kind of
combat.
used it, but not much.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I would be careful.
How do you put it in less words?
I would argue. I think you would know because she did tell you. You can cast the spell sending through the stone, which goes to the other stone. So it's the exact same as the spell sending. So you get 24 words, which you send to them, and they can respond with 24 words. After that use, you can't use it again until the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Eliash.
Because she also said that if you sent her a message and needed more, she could cast the spell to you to then speak more. But obviously, she's also limited to how much she can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, explain to her that we've found that there might be a magical cause for this monstrosity. And if maybe she's heard anything about such corruptions, like in the
Okay.
Iron Woods.
Can I do this? You guys gonna let me do this?
Let's think this through before we just send it, right? Hey, Eliash. We
I'm just
are at Ethaldor.
At Ethaldor.
At Ethaldor. That's 4 words. Hey, Eliash, at Ethaldor. That's 4 words.
If you are smart, you just address her with alias. It saves you a word.
But I can do it. You guys don't trust me. I can do it. Okay?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
So you do
I
it?
didn't trust you.
I need
Remember.
your help. I need your
You're
hands.
the only one here who
Remember.
succeeded in 100% of her sending scrolls.
Correct.
Remember,
We'll
what
definitely give
language
some.
sea serpents speak.
Oh yes. Okay, that's good.
Well, most creatures
can
have some sort of language, you know.
Can we have? Is there any guards around?
Nope.
No, we
No
alone.
guards. I will cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
I would definitely
For
give Ben
descending.
luck.
I'll go take a look out.
We don't need to. If we're fine in here.
And Grint,
Stands by the door.
yeah, Grint heads outside and stands by the door.
Okay, sure. Okay, Maeve, you cast guidance on yourself, and you cast the sending spell.
Mm-hmm.
There is no check required because it automatically goes to the other stone. But you feel really good about doing it.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
let's go.
I can count better now. Eliash. At Ethaldor. Sea serpent may be corrupted. You know. Do sea serpents speak language?
What might be the cause?
How fix corruption in creature? We
5
miss
left.
you. Iron Vortex.
Okay. There's a pause. Maeve, you can speak normally. Sea serpents are draconic beings. They are kin to dragons. So, draconic? What type of magic? How many more words have I got?
6.
Okay, I'm a little confused. Moment. And then she casts the spell again. And you then hear in your head, you will now be able to respond to me. Is there anything I can help with? And that's all you hear.
Can I
24
talk
words.
to the...
Oh,
straight away?
yeah. So it's
The next words you speak.
the
It's-
next
it's
words you
instant.
speak go to her. Yeah, you can't talk, and yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Oh, it's draconic. We think it may be corrupted by magic. Doesn't seem to be itself.
We can hear her talk, right?
I'll say Maeve says it out loud.
I
next
would
time.
just throw in like it had dark veins on the scales that are breaking. Maybe just like in the Iron Woods, there were dark.
You're already
veins in the
way
ground.
past 24 words now.
It's
Yeah.
it had dark veins. How many do I have left?
4.
Four.
Similar to Ironwood.
You don't have to use all 24.
Yeah,
Just so you know.
Okay. Okay. Sock says hi.
Okay. Recasts.
Hmm.
Right. Do you require my assistance? It may take me some time. If so, when and where? Corrupted magic sounds bad. And that's the end of it. And you can respond if you wish.
I look at the party as I speak out loud. Require your help? Does
Maybe.
anyone look at me like...
Well, if we want to look for a source other than fighting the sea serpent, and we want to counter the magic,
From what I've heard,
probably.
I would recommend yes.
How much time do we have time to be waiting for Elias to arrive?
Well, people kind of have to wait for us anyway. They're not going out there by themselves.
Right, but if we take too long, we could potentially lose the crew that we're going to take out there. We'll lose the anchor. Then what are we going to do?
The anchor will only arrive here
He's
in
already,
time, and
he's already
also
here today. He's arrived tonight.
he's arriving tomorrow.
You can always try to talk to your new friend for a crew, Andros.
First of all, he ain't going to help us out with shit. Second, he's not my friend. Third,
And the crew was also told to come when they told in the bar or something.
yes, but if we take too long, they're not going to want to help us no more.
Of course, but another day, for instance, won't kill anyone. And I know that's a bad choice of words, but you know.
I don't
but
want to
how long-
hurry you guys, but Maeve is waiting for an answer. I vote
Yeah.
yay.
Yeah,
I would agree,
yeah.
yes. Need assistance. Potentially very powerful magic.
If you can make it here tomorrow night, great. If not, all your knowledge, please.
How to
We're
potentially
in the
find.
king's chambers.
And then it goes quiet.
You guys heard me, so
Yeah.
Does Grint kind of hear that it seems all good?
Yeah, you hear only Maeve's side of the conversation, and the
We're just-
occasional gesture from her, like,
Well,
At some
Grint's
point,
standing up
we'll
front.
shout,
He's outside.
Rumble!
I'll open the door and I'll like tap
Yeah.
him, tell him he can
Yeah.
come in.
But well, does Grint hear that it seems to be over?
I would say no, because
Okay, that's fine.
you can't quite hear the commotion.
Cool.
The doors are pretty thick. It's like a pretty
Mm.
pretty expensive place. They give you your personal space. So yeah, even sit outside, you can't hear it.
Cool. When Ondros comes and taps Grint on the shoulder, Grint goes,
Oh, yeah, I've got to go look at something. The guards came past. I gave them a story. I'll be back in an hour.
You need someone to come with you? You don't have
Nope,
to go alone.
nope, I'm all good.
Let's go in drinking.
Listen, you're part of this group now. You don't, last time someone in this group went off alone, they got hurt.
Oh,
You sure you don't
I
want?
get hurt.
You sure you don't want?
I don't get hurt.
Oh, okay. Hey, you do what you want. Do you need to take some liquor with you? I can grab you a bottle.
No, I'm good.
Gotcha. Okay. Huh.
Brent, where are you going?
home quickly, write a letter, grab. I realized that because I haven't mentioned it, I guess I haven't got it. I'm gonna grab my cape,
Ah, yes, your robe. Yeah.
my robe. Can I have my list of robiness?
Yes,
Please.
I will.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. Sorry, that's my bad. I've got them on a notepad. I will. Yeah, I'll send
That's
them all
all
your
good.
way. I'll send them all your way.
I'm gonna write the I'm gonna write a letter as well, and I'm gonna send that.
Is that to who I think it will be?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you write your letter. You put it in an envelope. You write out all the address and everything, and then you head on over to a Dropbox where you basically put it in, and yeah, it gets shipped when ready. So after all of that, do you head back, or are you
Yeah.
going
I'll
elsewhere?
head back
Yeah?
within the hour.
Perfect. Yeah. So Grint disappears. Ondros returns back to the room. What are you guys doing?
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna go sit for a moment, and I'm gonna think. Just runs off. It's a little weird. And I'm like saying this in my head. I'm like, that's a little weird. He ran off. I'm gonna think about that. I'm gonna take a few sips of my drink and think about what just happened.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
Maeve,
Yes.
that ring you found on the person, on the icy
Oh,
finger.
yeah, on the finger, yeah.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, I was gonna take a look at it. And I'll
Yeah,
pull it
because I
out
was
and
wondering
look at
if
it.
maybe, yeah, there's something special about it.
Didn't Grant mention something about?
He
him
mentioned something
smuggling?
about smuggler rings or something. Yeah,
Yeah, what could be in it?
who knows? So can we
I'll,
inspect the ring?
We can certainly. I'll pull out the ring. I'll look at the ring.
Yeah, and it is a simple wedding band. You
wedding
see,
band? Oh,
it was a wedding band of some poor gentleman or lady that passed away at sea. Looking upon it, it's probably worth anywhere from like maybe 10 to 20 gold. Like, it's quite nice, but it's not anything particularly fancy. But to someone of a more standard, like a sailor, for example, it's quite valuable to a sailor because 10 or 20 gold's a lot of money. But yeah, to the likes of yourselves who have thousands of gold, yeah, it's chump change. But yeah, it's a wedding band.
I feel bad now.
How?
Well,
I should have probably stayed on the person's finger.
Throw
well,
it back in the sea.
I mean,
you still have the finger.
the person's gone.
No, I don't
Okay.
still have the finger.
Just checking.
Or
Mate.
sell it and
what
buy
did you
some
want
cheese.
it for?
I was wondering maybe there was something that could tell us more about the creature.
The finger?
Maybe the magic or something behind it.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it was frozen. I don't know how long stuff stays frozen.
was still
on the
frozen.
Ocean. It was still frozen. It was ice. I wonder if. How would you say fire is effective against ice, or is ice effective against fire?
Fire should melt ice.
Yeah.
Water is usually, extinguishing, but ice melts.
Yeah. I remember when we were in the mines, and then I think you were using ice knife, and that seemed really effective on the fire elemental.
I mean, it cools it down as well, I guess.
Maybe, never mind. I thought maybe the fire spells and stuff could help us, but maybe that's counterproductive.
I would guess something like, lightning and fire could be helpful. Because, water usually reacts with lightning. Or with electricity. I don't know.
Do you have electricity?
Hmm?
Do you have electricity?
No, I don't, but you seem to call lightning sometimes.
Oh yeah, I can try. Yeah.
So guys, why are we discussing fighting the beast when we don't want to kill it?
If we can't resolve the issue...
Oh,
We're going through our options, Axurus. I don't want to kill it, but if it's aggressive, we might have to do something.
And whatever is causing or, enchanting it might be, related to similar
yeah, but
elements.
now we're going over assumptions that something is like enchanting it. We don't
I
know.
think you guys are all thinking far too complicated. Didn't I think Grint mention that there were two? Maybe someone in here killed its mate. It got angry.
Then why would it be corrupted?
Oh, we
Well-
did not see it. We only heard from stories it might be corrupted.
Well,
Maybe
but
those
it's-
things have black veins all along. Have you seen any sea
No, but
serpents
have you?
recently?
it sounds like a big coincidence that it's...
I haven't seen.
The description of it very similar to Ironwood.
Yes, but
To
we
the
haven't
Ironwood
seen it,
corruption.
so we don't have scientifically proof
The-
that it is
the
corrupted.
You want to go inspect the serpent before we do
The
something
reason-
about it?
The reason I
Arcturus.
believe something's wrong with it rather than it just going haywire for no reason and just attacking stuff is that it's obviously been here for a long time, peacefully.
Is
Something
Before.
has set it off.
while this conversation's happening, is Grim back yet, or I notice he's still gone?
Still gone?
Andros is gonna get up. He's gonna walk out, and he's gonna stand at the entrance of the castle. He's gonna stand by. He's gonna stand out there, arms crossed, and he's gonna wait. He's gonna wait.
Sure, yeah. The guards ask if you're okay, but if you just say you're waiting for someone, yeah, they're
Yeah,
more than
waiting,
happy
yeah.
to just, they just stand there.
I just a little side note. Can I find like a big ball, glass ball of sorts?
A bowl?
A ball.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Sorry, I thought you said ball at first. I was like, a glass ball? Like, what? Yeah,
No, a
yeah,
glass
there's
ball,
plenty of decorative...
Like a fish ball.
They're not made of glass in here, because this place is a little fancier. It's made of crystal.
Mm,
But
that is
yes, there
fancy.
is crystal bowls.
Like, decent sized.
Like a fruit bowl.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
I would
absolutely fine.
like to pour some water in it, and have Olaf appear as an octopus.
You slide Olaf in, and his tiny little octopus body falls into it and just kind of like bobs up and down in this bowl of this fruit bowl of water.
Well, just want him to chill, and I guess also have a look at him because that's new.
Yeah, he looks as cute as he can do as a tiny little octopus.
But Maeve, did you really say that it speaks Draconic?
Yes, I guess I should elaborate on that
Well,
too.
yeah, what did Elias say?
You guys didn't hear, but I heard in my head. It was really cool. But she said that serpents are known to be draconic, which is helpful to us. Also, I was thinking the Draken. Didn't the elderly Draken, the big Draken, speak common?
I don't know.
Remember the big one, the
one that-
ladies one?
That the lady that
Very faintly, I believe.
that should yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Well, obviously, maybe you could talk to it anyway, Arcturus. Maybe all of us can. I don't know. Talking to it, I don't know if we're going to be able to. Could maybe help us.
Oh, if we can get him to calm down or something, and then we can speak to it, we can at least figure out what's bothering him, or it, or she, or I don't know.
Yeah, but if we can't calm it down, we're gonna have a big serpent on our head.
Right.
Oh.
Well,
Which we
and
might
maybe-
have regardless.
Maybe it's not about calming it down, but it's about restraining it.
You can restrain it? It sounds...
I could potentially
Huge.
reduce its size. It's a spell.
How much?
If it's large, it will go to a smaller size. If it's gigantuous, it would go to a it would be smaller. I guess therefore it would be easier to. It's not
Yeah.
gonna turn into a worm, but it'll be
Yeah.
smaller.
Would it fit in the bowl with Olaf?
No.
Doubt
But
it.
Olaf. What do you mean with Olaf?
Well,
I point
That-
over his shoulder.
I
What
changed his form.
is that? A fish?
It's an octopus.
Oh, it's an octopus. Okay. And that's Olaf.
Yeah, that's Olaf now.
And you're gonna bring him with you as an octopus.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine. I'm just saying, Olaf being swallowed whole by a gigantic sea serpent. I'm not telling it's gonna happen, but he should have thought of it.
You
Ah,
know,
speaking.
You know, where
Hmm.
I'm from, we eat those things.
please don't eat.
Octopus?
Yes, fry them up into little balls. They're very delicious.
Do they not like stick to your throat if you swallow them?
Yeah, it's not that. It's honestly not that bad.
Depends on how you cut them up. Anyway, Olaf is more of a fae, right? Like, he will kind of disappear if you try to cut him up, so please don't.
As you are having this conversation, Grint, you return towards the King's Court. Are you going through the main entrance?
Of course I'm not.
Okay.
No, just why
Um,
would I ever go through the front door after doing that?
Okay. I would like then from you, because you've been here a little while, so you would know more of the layout. Just roll me I would say a stealth check at advantage,
Okay.
due to the fact it's nighttime now. And I would like a contested perception check from Andros, please. Which would be, you don't have dark vision, right, Andros?
No.
So
But
disadvantage
I've
for
smelt him before, right? So I'll just use my scent to try
Yeah.
to.
you. You're in a city.
And you're
Getting
okay.
a
No,
scent
you
is
got it.
much harder. If
Yeah.
you're in more of a like out in the sticks, I'd
Yeah.
go for it. But yeah, because you're in a city, there's a lot of scents.
Okay.
So yeah, advantage stealth from Grint and a disadvantage perception from Andros, please.
Is there anything that I can grab my wanderer ability for my I always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around me?
Yes, I will say. Yeah, because you do have Wanderer, which means that you do recall. Yeah. To be a little sneakier. Sure, I'll add a slight little bonus to your roll. I'll give you a +2 to whatever you roll, as well as advantage.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Okay. Okay. So, what ends up happening is, Andros, you don't
Yeah.
see Grint,
Mm-hmm.
but you do see a robed individual of a smaller stature walk round the building and go out of sight. And
I'll
as
follow.
you step forward to follow and look down, he's gone.
Okay. Would I make? I've been in the city for like what, a day now. Could I?
Yeah.
Have I seen anybody that would be small that work inside the castle that I could?
Oh, yeah. There's plenty
Yeah.
of gnomes and there's like halflings and stuff like
Did I-
clean stuff that you've passed.
Did I
by.
catch the color of the cape? that he was wearing?
It actually it wasn't a dark coloured cloak. It was
Okay.
more of a grey white.
Gray white.
Yeah.
Okay. After seeing that, I'll walk back inside.
Yeah.
Head back in.
Very well. And yeah, Grint, you arrive back at the room, and you walk on in, and yeah, your group's there, but Ondros isn't. And Ondros, you'll be literally like a minute or so behind him.
Hello. Sorry, I went to go and get my robe.
Welcome back.
So, what happened whilst I was gone?
So I spoke to Eliash, and she said that the serpents are known to be draconic, which is helpful because we have someone that speaks draconic, and not over to Arcturus. She said if it's corrupted magic, it is very dangerous, and she has offered to help us. I don't know if she can make it here in time, but I asked if she could make it here for tomorrow night. She should try.
Well, okay. So
At this point, Ondros, you'd walk in.
What? I immediately look. Do I see the same color cloak that he's wearing? The cape?
It resembles a similar sort of shade,
Okay.
although it was in darkness, but yeah.
Yeah.
And the rest of you would notice there are all these little patches on the cloak of various different colors with the weirdest symbols. There's like quite a few on there of like a dog's face and like a ladder and like a door, and yeah, it's just a very strange ensemble of a cloak.
That's a curious. Sorry. A curious item. A cloak. Anything special about it?
And of course, Erhard is only interested in the items as per usual.
it purely depends who's asking me. And it also depends who else is in earshot of who's asking me.
There is something very special about it. Cool.
It's a lovely cloak. Very warm.
I like it. It has a bunch of pictures on it.
It does, and the pictures are so great, aren't they?
I know,
Andros, where did you go?
put them on yourself?
I did not. It came like this. Andros, where did you go?
I've been in the castle, walking around. I've never been in a castle before, something like this at least. Where I come from, we don't have these sort of things. It's very intriguing, you know. You know, strange because the guards said you said the guards needed you for something, right?
Yeah.
Huh. Where did the guards need you for exactly?
Oh, just normal stuff. And then I went back
Normal
to
stuff.
mine to get my cloak. Hence
Your
why I've now
cloak.
got this robe.
Robe, right? Huh. It's a weird amount of length there. I didn't see you leave the front gate.
No,
No.
no,
Did the guards need you outside of the castle walls? I'm guessing.
absolutely. There's more than one way into this castle.
Oh, I know, because I saw you walking towards it.
So you were watching me?
You know, we just met you on the docks. And hurriedly run off.
Good to know that that's where the relationship is. Interesting.
I just met you.
Well, this is crazy.
Very crazy.
Sorry.
Don't worry, I have no ill will to you. I like you.
Is that the time? I'm gonna hit the hay.
And he, like, Galoid turns around and just looks at the rest of you, like, with this, like, what the fuck is going on sort of expression. Not towards Grint and Andros, but to the rest of the party. And then Galoid just, like, trots off into his bedroom and shuts the door behind him like he's not getting involved.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hit the sack as well.
I'm still down for a couple rounds of drink. Great, you want to join me for some drinks before we head to bed?
Always.
Always? Cool. And I'll
He's
walk over.
not- he's not dropped.
Maeve, can
I
I talk,
can't-
Maeve, can
I
I talk
haven't-
to you about, you know, that one thing?
What one thing?
I asked
Maeve.
Maeve, not you.
Oh, my bad.
Girl stuff. Yeah, sure, of course. And I'll follow you into the room. I
The
guess?
girls disappear into their room,
Maeve,
shut
before
the
you,
door.
Maeve, before you go, can I have a certain object?
Of course. And I give him the orb. Are you like being secretive about this, or are you just asking me?
Well, I'll just ask you.
Just
Okay,
ask
yeah,
straight
just
up.
give it to you.
I think
Yeah,
Grid
just give
is way too occupied by Andros at this point, so
Yeah.
Okay.
I get the sense that even if Grint was like in eyesight of whatever you're passing, he's not interested.
you can like feel the testosterone burn in the room.
Yeah.
Or hard, Arcturus, you guys have a conversation you guys need to have or something in the room maybe?
Actually, no, but if you want to make love with Grind, I'll leave you to it.
Oh yeah, we'll have a
Wow.
lovely time.
Wow, so you are pretty weak to not be able to keep up this this stare between the two of us then.
We're staring.
Distracted.
Sorry, I don't see short eyes when they look up at me. You know, I'm too tall. I don't even
Yeah,
notice
you
you have
probably-
eyes from here.
You probably don't see much from up there, do you?
I see enough to see a short little man who can't stare very well without having to look up at me.
Better access to your kneecaps.
If you
Lots
can
of
reach
them.
him, I might have to put a foot out and you can't even reach it after that.
Can
What
I?
kind of
Can
drink
I
you want?
just? Can I? While I'm at my room, can I just listen at the keyhole?
Yeah, I imagine the two of you would have walked in, shut
Yeah.
the door. You both kind of like, and then you just hear like, yeah, yeah, you just hear this bickering going on, and you're both just stood in this doorway, just like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, I would say that they're not being quiet enough for you
Yeah.
not to hear it. It's just at like a standard level of
Pour in
volume.
some glasses, set one out to Grit. Take a seat at the bar, and I pull one out for him as well. You need me to help lift you on this, or you climb up there yourself?
I don't even respond to him. Keeping eye contact, I lift myself onto the bar and I sit on the bar.
Take a sip. So, you want to have this conversation in private or in front of the rest of the people here?
Do you like dogs?
Oh, I love dogs. Dogs are great. Dogs are cute.
Have you ever been bitten by one?
No, because usually I just kill them before they try anything.
Keep to your own business.
Oh, my business, right. It's strange coming from you. I mean, you meet us at the dock, ask us all these questions. You're staying with us inside this place when you obviously have a home yourself. And then on top of that, you run off at a weird time. Night, perhaps. The guards didn't need you, did they?
We've been hired by the same person to do a job.
But for what reasons?
Money.
Yours for money. See, money is what happened the last time. See, that guy you met at the docks, he got money to destroy a city. I wonder what your money's for.
You don't need to know.
Secret. I like secrets. I like it. I'm just gonna tell you this, Grant, because I care about you. You know, you're obviously gonna help us out with the serpent, so I'm gonna give you some leeway here. But if the money you're being given is for something that might hurt the people in this party, even the likes of Shion, we'll have issues.
The money is nothing to do with you. And if
As
you
long as-
dare come between me and it will be the last thing you do.
It? What is this it you speak of?
The money.
The money. So you really want the money.
Be careful around me.
Careful.
I am not one to be trifled with.
And Andros, you just hear over your shoulder.
He looks really, really, really terrifying. Cousin Andros, I don't think we should mess with this guy.
I put my hand out to Yazir. Not now. Like he can hear me.
Yeah, you say you're here, not now, and like Grin's like, oh, like who the fuck's he talking to?
No,
yeah,
no.
and You just feel Yazir like one hand over your shoulder, Andros just like peering over, just looking at Grint. But Grint, you see nothing.
We'll talk about this later. Right now, let me do my thing. I pour
Do you
another
understand?
glass for him. Understand that we both want something that have to do with the serpent, which means we're both working together, which means there shouldn't be a problem with you getting your money. I just, I care for my group, and I will do anything to make sure nothing too bad happens.
I haven't pried into your private life and your private information. By spying on me,
Did I spy on you?
you were waiting for me at the front of the castle. You said
Yeah,
so
to greet
yourself.
you. To greet you back in.
As I said, be careful. We work together. I haven't called us friends.
And with that, Grint slips off the bar. Unfortunately, doesn't really have anywhere cool to go, so he just kind of like nestles into like one of the shelves beneath the bar.
It's like the lounge chairs and stuff you
Yeah.
can
Nah,
see.
nah, he's sleeping in the bar.
I
Sleeping in the bar.
point to the room with me and Galoin, and you can go in that room if you want.
I'm
Make yourself at
fine.
home.
We have 4
This is-
rooms, right?
Yes, 2 to each room.
There's a whole room open then, right? Almost.
Yeah.
Unless,
This is far more like
Oh.
my home.
Yeah.
There is a whole room free if you want it.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot that there wasn't 8 of you. There's 6,
Yeah.
7 of you.
If you
Too
want a
late
room,
now.
Okay.
Too late now. Grint's committed to the bit.
That's fine.
I will grab a blanket for him at the very least, and I'll just kind of toss it near him, and a pillow as well to give him something to be comfy with. You have a great night, you little goblin dude, and okay, yeah, you're.
As you
Strange
start
one.
heading towards your room, Andros,
Mhm.
Yazir just says, Andros, Andros, you have got to get better at your insults. They are terrible.
I never insulted people before. I
You
don't
just
insult
called
people.
him a little goblin dude as your walk away quip.
Oh, he's short and small. I should be offended. I mean, he should be
He's a
offended.
goblin. You're just stating his race.
Yeah, and
That's like
fuck him
me
for being
saying,
small.
you big Loxodon dude.
And I like being big. There's nothing wrong with being big.
No, it's not an insult. That's the whole purpose.
I will find a way to get better. It's just for now. I'm not.
Do you not remember what the anchor taught you? Get better at insults.
The anchor's not here. Maybe I can just go talk to him when he gets here and ask him for some advice. You are about to be put away. You've already been here for a day, and I feel like my brain is gonna explode with you sitting in my head.
What do you mean? He had like a cool cloak and that really cool axe and all the cool stuff.
But I have a cool
He's such a cool-
sword. I
cool
have a cool
guy.
sword. What does he
I
have?
bet he's got loads of really cool stories.
Oh no, he doesn't.
You know what?
something's-
Maybe
something's
he
up with
speaks
him.
in his sleep. Maybe he tells stories in his sleep. Maybe I should listen.
That's actually a great idea. You can sit out here with him at night, listen, and see if you hear anything, then report back to
Whoa,
me in the
whoa,
morning.
whoa, 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 Andros, are you telling me to spy on someone? Spy on someone as
Yes!
scary as him? No, I just want to hear if he's got a cool story about
Then
killing
cool.
a
Yes,
creature.
then do that. Sit out here and listen
Nope,
for his
Andros,
stories.
nope, I'm not doing that. No,
Listen.
no, I'm not doing it anymore.
No,
because
no,
you
but
told
hear me
to.
out. Hear
No,
me
it's
out,
not
hear me out.
happening.
Jazir,
Andros, it's not
Jazir,
happening now.
Jazir,
Because
no,
you're
no,
my
not
cousin.
that.
No, we're not doing
Not
this,
that.
Andros.
Not that. I need you throughout the day though to almost keep a little bit of an eye on him.
I'm not
Something-
spying on anyone for you,
Something is
Andros.
up with him.
The last
something
time you
up
asked me to spy on someone, it got me in a lot of trouble.
You know
And
what? I'm
Brasco
about-
wasn't happy.
I'll get someone that can do it if you're not going to do it.
Okay, do it.
You
Yeah.
really are wanting to play
Yeah,
fire
I
today.
caught your bluff there, didn't I? Good night,
Fine.
Andros.
I will. Okay, yeah. See ya.
Psst, Maeve, I can only hear Andros talking right now.
He does do that a lot, right? But
What
you
do you
think
think
he ever
happened?
shuts up?
N- no.
We need that. What Grint had, that 10-minute thing.
I am 100% dedicated to learning it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
we can enchant
better
the
than
chakrams.
it's better than the chain.
Chakrams.
Chakrams. That's great. We really need to. Maybe we can study this. There must be scroll. Not here because they hate magic, but somewhere there might be scrolls. But
I mean,
we have to find them. For all our
it's
sake.
great for Andros, but also great for spellcasters.
Yes.
Anyway, you wanted to talk to me.
No, I just wanted to get out of here.
Oh. Oh, I thought that was important.
You
It's
are
okay.
you are important. I just felt uncomfortable there, so I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, it's it's a lot of testosterone in one room, I guess. No, that's wrong. It's only Andros in a room with other people. That's a lot.
I'm sorry. I know I'm very much guilty of that sometimes. It's just
But it's any competition that guy sees. He is great. Anybody that's could bother his ego, he's like, ah.
But it's so funny, right? I mean, we met just a few hours ago with someone who actually was a threat to the man's ego and he did nothing. And now a man that is our ally and he treats him like the worst spy in the history of all spies.
I do have one quick question. Is Socks out of the ring or in the ring?
He would still be in the ring.
Okay.
I like Rind. Seems nice.
I think he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. His pretty sleeves with pictures on them.
Yeah, I like that. We
Very
should do that to
fashion-forward.
ours. We could, we find some fabric, we put it on our clothes. I can sew. Sew.
Yeah, maybe we can look into that.
By the way, when I close the door, I lock it before I go lay down.
Okay. While you were
So-
talking to Yazir as well, at one point a shoe just gets flung your way from Galoin, who was like in his bed, like trying to sleep, and you just had this whole like mumbling of conversation as you walked in. He was just like, ah! And like just like rolled over.
I'm sorry, Galoin. I didn't mean it. It's the thing. It's the voice, dude. It's always the voice.
You're still speaking!
I know. I'm sorry. Good night.
Night. Jasper
So,
says night.
Who?
Jasper.
Who's that?
And you see the little rat climb up onto his
Oh.
shoulder.
So adorable. Yes. Yazir says good night as well, Galoin.
Night is here.
And yeah, he tucks Jasper into a sock that he puts on his bedside cabinet.
And in my head, I'm just like, I just can't wait for the day people can actually see these freaking ghosts. I just hope they do. Because I'm tired of feeling like I'm crazy.
And Erhard?
So as soon as Andros is in his room, I will walk over to Grint.
Do you come
I
back
don't-
out?
No, we stay. Well, I didn't go out.
Oh, so you were just sat in the room during the whole
I watched
thing.
that chaos.
Oh, right, okay. So everyone else is gone. Erhard was just quietly sat on one of the chairs, just
Yeah, I
listened
was
to the
just
whole
chilling
thing.
with Olaf.
Okay.
I will just go over, check if he's sleeping. And can you mute?
He's not sleeping.
Not sleeping. Cool. I will walk over with my glass and bottle and just be like, don't tease him so much. He's already enough trouble.
Do you look over the bar?
Yeah, I sit next to where you crawled into the shelf or something.
Grint's in there drinking. Grint's grabbed a bottle and he's just sitting there drinking. I wasn't teasing him. I was deadly serious.
Well, I'm not sure if he was, but Either way, you want to go share a room? Like you said, you kind of wander off sometimes. I'm a bit worried.
I'm okay here, but thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Have a good night and don't
You
stay up.
You don't get to my age as a goblin without being able to defend yourself, no matter
Well, I'm
what
not.
it takes.
I'm not about. I'm not really worried about your defense. I mean, you seem very capable, but just don't want to lose you in the moment where we need you tomorrow.
You won't. I do live here after all.
All right. We'll see you in the morning then. Still looking forward to that walk on the beach. And we'll go over to my own private room, I guess, since it's free.
And I assume everyone starts to slowly settle down. Grint continues to drink, I imagine, into the evening a little bit.
Grint drinks for about half an hour, quietly. And after that exchange, Grint decides to stay at home tonight, and Grint leaves.
Yeah, not a worry. Yeah, and you head off. You have no trouble whatsoever with your personality and who you are. A lot of people just steer clear. Even if they were looking for trouble, they'd see you, realize who you are, and be like, "Ooh," and just like walk the other way. And yeah, so you head home. Ahad, you eventually go to sleep. Shion, Maeve, Andros, Galoin all head to sleep. Arcturus, you lay in your bed. You clutch onto the orb and slowly begin to drift off. And as you do, you start to see flashes of your past in the hue of red. And then a picture, an image of your sister's face appears before you with this red hue. Arcturus? And that is where we'll end tonight's session. As you all go to your sleeps, and we will pick this up next week. First of all, can I just say, Rez, that was amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. I love Grint already. Grint is an amazing character. He's awesome. He's like my best friend. I love him. He's so cool. So yeah, thank you so much for playing with us. Grint. Rez will be joining us next week as well, and maybe a couple of weeks after that. We'll see. We'll see how the story goes on, unless he dies a horrible death. Hopefully not. But we'll see. But yes, guys, thank you very much. We are going to go round the room, and we are going to introduce ourselves where people can find us when we're not live on Natural Havoc. So let's go at the top with Arcturus. Tim, take it away. Where can the people find you when we're not here?
Guys, you can find me at the Team Logic NL channel over on Twitch, where we play all kind of variety games. We are in a tiny holiday break, but we're going to pick up streaming soon enough. Unfortunately, not tomorrow. You have to wait for that because we are having a party-ish thingy. So we need time for that. Summer will be back next week, probably.
Awesome. And below Tim, we have Eagle. Eagle, tell the good people where to find you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Eagle from Eagle Outlaw. I do Pokemons. I do a lot of different random things. I also have a YouTube. You can follow me there. Make sure you follow the socials, the Twitter, the YouTubes, the Instagrams. Join the Discord. You can talk to us there live and all that crazy stuff. So make sure y'all check out all those places. Great, great, great. And I am going on a break myself for like 4 or 5 days. I'll be going to Berlin for a little vacation, so I'll be gone.
Awesome. And below Eagle, we have Smitty Jane. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. Yes. So, speaking of sea serpents, you can find me playing Subnautica tomorrow. That's the closest thing that I'll ever get to fighting a sea serpent, I think, at least on stream. So yeah, you can find me doing that tomorrow at 4 p.m. I am also going on a break next week. From Wednesday onward. Well, so Wednesday there is one, and then afterward. So I'll also have to miss next week on D&D, which is really sad. That's the only thing. It's really sad. But apart from that, you invite me tomorrow. Yeah, that's a lot of words.
It is very sad. If that was a sending scroll, you'd have failed.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about the break thing, and then everybody was talking about breaks, and I was
So
like, shit, maybe I should also announce it.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. And to the other side of the screen, Resray, where can we find you?
Hi everyone. You can find me on the yeah, right there. Thank you, Ockham. You guys can find me on the Resray Twitch channel. I play video games on the internet. And at the moment I'm doing a first playthrough of Breath of the Wild. I'm doing my first time playing The Sims 4. And tomorrow I'm going to be playing a spooky, creepy, scary game. Because it's October. Yeah.
Awesome. And above Res, we have Zeb. I know it was slightly out of order for you. You're so used to going after Smitty. But yes, Zeb, take it away.
I was so prepared. Anyway, I'm Agent Zeb. I'm the guy who is always on break, unfortunately, because work is dumb. But I might have special stream tomorrow with the wife, but who knows? We've been planning it for a while, but you know, baby issues. But yeah, other than that, Sunday evening most likely. Playing some more the Dragoness Command of the Flame because I really enjoyed that. It's a very nice twist on the whole fantasy army builder. So yeah, that's very enjoyable. And yeah, that's
Awesome. And above Zeb, we have Lan. Lan, take it away.
Sending scroll. Do I have 24 words?
You have as many as you like.
Great. My name is Lan. Coming back from a break this Wednesday. Not sure what I'm going to be doing yet, but I think I'm going to just go back into 2 Point Campus for a bit, and we'll see. There will also be some more Pokemon challenges and all that. So, yeah, looking forward to returning after, like, I don't know, God, a month and a half of not streaming. So, yeah. Let's go.
because you were ill, and then you had holiday.
And
Literally, it's all been one after the other. Yeah.
I haven't streamed for like 6 weeks or something. It's crazy.
Well, we all look forward to having the Team Logic NL channel back to streaming. And I myself, I'm the Onion Soup. I do oniony and soupy things over on the channel. Some refer to me as the Batman of Twitch because I become the thing I hate most. But you can, yeah, I do Pokemon content on Mondays and Tuesdays. I do variety content, which is currently The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker on a Wednesday, and I'm here on a goddamn Friday. So yeah, so if you want to come check us out, we do all that good stuff. Right, do we have El Radio that we want to go to?
Of course, we do have a raid.
Awesome. Who are we raiding?
We are raiding Only Time Will Tell UK.
Ooh,
they are playing The Curse of Strahd, which
Very cool.
Amelia
Yes.
is High Rollers UK. They did a full campaign on YouTube about it.
They did, yes. And Curse of Strahd is a fantastic pre-written adventure with a little bit of a darker themes and stuff in it. So it's an awesome campaign to watch. So yeah, let's go. Let's head on over.
So we do that in the spooky time of the year.
Yeah, exactly. Let's copy and paste that raid message. Obviously, the sub one if you're a sub. If you're not a sub, use the other raid tombstoney one, I think it's called, or whatever it is. But yeah, copy and paste it. We're going to go send some love. Rez?
And can I just very quickly say thank you all for having me? I'm having the best time. This is super awesome, and I'm very thankful.
Thank you for coming. It's been such a
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's been awesome. No, thank you. And next week's going to be just as fun when you all die to a seat. Wait, what? Sorry, hello?
What? What's happening?
Okay.
We're dying?
No, you'll be fine. You guys will be fine. But yes, we will pick things back up next week where we'll play some more Dungeons and Dragons. And we'll see, maybe Sea Serpent fight. Who knows?
Maybe we go for a walk.
Who knows?
You go for a walk, yeah. Just walk away. But yeah, we'll find out next week. So guys, thank you very much for being here. Much love, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.